Chapter 742. Boom! Xiao Han soared into the sky. His entire body was surrounded by boundless demonic energy as he dashed out of the Jianghu pouch. At this moment, no less than 8,000 demonic dragons were roaring in the sky. Xiao Han's aura suddenly became like a great demonic beast of the demonic realm. Xiao Han's charge was extremely bold, as if he was the only one who could do it. In his heart, he thought that the Jianghu pouch must not be damaged, and it must not fall into the hands of the 3 high-level celestial emperors. Even if he had to sacrifice his own life, he must not let anything happen to the people hiding in the Jianghu pouch. PFFF. In an instant, Xiao Han had already dashed out of the Jianghu pouch. Moreover, Xiao Han's thoughts were moving very fast. When he dashed out of the Jianghu pouch and scanned it with his divine soul, he discovered that the surface of the Jianghu pouch was already full of holes. The restrictions were almost destroyed as well. It was indeed about to be completely destroyed. Xiao Han secretly thought that he was lucky and quickly put the Jianghu pouch into his storage ring. In this way, the Jianghu pouch was saved from being soaked in the demonic river again. It was saved from being destroyed. Although more than half of the restrictions on the surface of the Jianghu pouch had been destroyed, it was not completely destroyed. Therefore, after Xiao Han left the demonic river, he could still use the Jianghu pouch. Moreover, the people hiding in the Jianghu pouch would not be harmed at all. Xiao Han let out a long sigh of relief. And at this moment, PFFF, 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 the majestic demonic river instantly pressed towards Xiao Han from all directions. Inside the demonic river, it contained violent and lawless demonic energy. Demonic energy that was close to the origin. It turned into rays of demonic light that wrapped around Xiao Han, slicing, twisting, and attacking. The terrifying explosive force slowly seeped into the demonic energy lingering on the surface of Xiao Han's body. In just an instant, goo-goo, goo-goo-goo, goo-goo-goo, the demonic energy on the surface of Xiao Han's body began to expand. Oh no! The energy of the demonic river has trapped me. At this moment, Xiao Han also realized that something was wrong. The 8,000 demonic dragons coiling around Xiao Han were expanded. Each and every one of them had become extremely thick and plump. This didn't mean that Xiao Han's demonic power had increased, but there was a terrifying sign that it was about to explode. Poochie, 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 the demonic aura on the surface of Xiao Han's body was like a huge heart that was beating. A deep evil and destructive power emanated from it. This is bad. It's going to explode. Xiao Han roared in shock. I must leave this place immediately. Otherwise, the endless influx of the demon race's origin law energy would cause my demon aura to explode. As for my body, it will also be destroyed. Explode into dust. Xiao Han's heart was pounding. Originally, the demonic river contained the origin energy of the demonic race. Xiao Han could already tell that it was definitely a source of nourishing and strengthening demonic power. It could be said that the energy in the demonic river, absorbing the demonic the arch left arm palm, was definitely more beneficial than absorbing and refining the immortal corpse. But this energy was too chaotic, too violent. It couldn't be absorbed and refined at all. Moreover, it surged over endlessly like waves. Before Xiao Han could react, Xiao Han's demonic aura was blown up like a balloon. Crack, 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 the demonic aura on Xiao Han's body suddenly emitted a dense and crisp cracking sound. It was like a crystal clear glass that was about to shatter. If I don't fly out, I'm afraid I'll be blown to death. Xiao Han was burning with anxiety. He activated the demonic power in his body and activated a demonic emperor crystal embedded in the demonic the arch left arm palm. In an instant he was about to cast a demonic technique to escape. Moving like an illusion. Xiao Han prepared for a while and activated all the demonic power in his body. Moving like an illusion, it immediately strengthened Xiao Han's body. Although this demonic technique was learned and mastered by Xiao Han from a demonic emperor crystal in the mortal world, with Xiao Han's current demonic power, this demonic technique was reborn. Once it was activated, he could teleport a great distance with just a thought. It was simply a heaven-defying demonic technique for escaping. However, Xiao Han's body only trembled slightly. He didn't teleport at all. Suddenly he was imprisoned by the demonic river. It's over. The energy in the demonic river is too chaotic. Even the rules are distorted, causing time and space to stagnate. No matter what tricks I use, I can't escape. Now I'm like an insect frozen in amber. There's no way to escape. Xiao Han finally panicked. Boom, 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 the demonic aura on his body grew larger and larger. Even Xiao Han's skin began to swell up. This swell caused fine cracks on Xiaohan's skin. If not for the fact that Xiaohan's immortal body was condensed and sturdy, his body would probably have exploded. At the same time, at the intersection of the immortal realm and the demonic realm, the origin energy of the universe flowed slowly. The three high-rank immortal emperors activated their divine senses at the same time. They called out, "Retract the divine senses. Retrieve the Jianghu pouch." At this moment, the three high-rank immortal emperors' faces were filled with unconcealable smiles. Full of ambition. Full of spirit. Their plan had finally succeeded. The heaven and earth bag that had been like a hot potato that they couldn't refine quickly had finally been worn down by the demon god river. Now they could take it back and refine it a bit. Then they could break the heaven and earth bag and drag Xiaohan out. Then they could slowly torture him until they got everything they wanted. However, at this moment, what? The expressions of the three high-level celestial emperors stiffened. Their smiles died in their throats. After a few breaths, they all screamed out in unison, "What's going on?" Our divine will suddenly lost contact. It seemed to be blocked by a unique space. We've lost contact with them. What's going on? Three high-grade immortal emperors. He was completely at a loss. Xiaohan tossed the universe bag into his storage ring. Naturally, the divine sense that the three high-rank celestial emperors had attached to the cosmos sac was sealed, causing the three high-rank celestial emperors to lose their sense of the cosmos sac. Unless Xiaohan took out his cosmos sac again, even if the three high-tier immortal emperors were extremely powerful, they wouldn't be able to do anything to him. They wouldn't be able to find any clues about the cosmos sac. Xiaohan. We've been guarding the cosmos sac for so long and tried everything we could to refine it. In the end, Xiaohan. You're making fun of us. The three high-grade celestial emperors let out heart-wrenching howls. In the demon realm. In a city. The purple-clad young man, the demon crown prince, who was sitting high up in the mansion, let out a violent howl. As expected, there's a subtle fluctuation in the demon god river. It seems like something has broken into the forbidden area of the demon realm. As soon as he finished speaking, swoosh, the demon crown prince flicked his right index finger. A strange demon rune that emitted a monstrous evil aura flashed toward the demon god river. In the demon god river, Xiaohan was at his wits' end now. Moreover, his life was hanging by a thread. The demon aura was about to explode like a balloon. Moreover, his skin was about to burst and his internal organs and blood vessels were even affected. Am I, Xiaohan, going to die here? Thought Xiaohan. Xiaohan let out a roar of unwillingness and anger. However, he knew that his power was too insignificant compared to the power contained in the demon river. However, at this critical moment, Jia, the demon god's soul in Xiaohan's heart suddenly let out a sinister laugh. Then something strange happened. Who? The demon god's soul in his heart let out a suction force like a whale swallowing seawater. In an instant, the entire demon river and all the source energy of the demon race were sucked dry. At this moment, the huge demonic river had become a dried-up crater. The boundless demon river that was like a raging river had been squeezed dry until not a single drop was left. Then everything returned to silence. Pooh! At this moment, Xiaohan's boiling demonic aura suddenly shrunk. Xiaohan's body also deflated and returned to normal. The cracks on the surface of his body were constantly mending. This? Xiaohan felt like he had just survived a disaster. The demon river was sucked dry by the demon god's soul in his heart? If they swallowed the entire demon river in an instant, Xiaohan looked left and right. In the depths of the crater, there was not a single drop of water left. Xiaohan immediately looked inside himself. His divine soul and mental strength went straight to his heart. However, at this moment, his heart was shielded by a blurry demonic aura. This caused Xiaohan to feel a trace of joy from the demon god's soul, but he could not see where the demon god river went. For a moment, Xiaohan did not know whether to be happy or sad. Without a doubt, the demon god had a deep connection with the demon river. Now that the demon god had sucked dry the demon river of its own accord, Xiaohan found it hard to understand. Just as Xiaohan was deep in thought, a sudden sense of danger gripped Xiaohan. In the next instant, pooh! A demon talisman broke through the air. This demon talisman emitted a monstrous demonic aura that enveloped Xiaohan. Then, this demon talisman transformed into a blood saber that slashed towards Xiaohan's head. Heck, whatever, the demon god is not under my control. I'll put this matter aside for now. Xiaohan quickly gathered his thoughts and channeled all the demonic power in his body. Instantly, he transformed into a ray of light, Xiao, This ray of light seemed to teleport, dodging the blood-red demonic saber and going far away. His movements were illusory. Without the restriction of the demon river, he could move freely. Peng! The blood-red demon saber light directly exploded at the spot where Xiao Han was originally standing, smashing the ground into smithereens. To be continued, you. Chapter 743. Xiao Han transformed into a fleeting beam of demonic light, and started to display his demonic technique. He instantly teleported to an unknown distance, and dodged the attack of the demonic blood moon saber light that had suddenly descended. The direction of Xiao Han's teleportation was not the immortal realm, but the depths of the demon realm. One should know that if he returned to the immortal world now, he might even be attacked by the 3 high-rank immortal emperors. It was better to take a risk and enter the demon world first. In reality, Xiao Han's entry into the demon world was completely understandable. His demon chi pulsed violently. 8,000 demon dragons resided within him. He possessed various secret techniques and skills of the demons, and he used the spirit turtle's immortal chi to conceal his presence. He purposefully gave off the pulses of demon chi. This was basically the perfect disguise. Even the strongest great demon of the demon clan would not be able to identify Xiao Han. Humph! The sudden attack just now was my first time here. I didn't want to cause any problems, so I didn't pursue the matter. However, I won't be a gentleman if I don't take revenge for this. I've already faintly captured the soul ripple of the person who ambushed me. Like an illusion, Xiao Han was teleported to a barren, crimson demon mountain. Xiao Han finally stabilized his body and sat down cross-legged to recover from the injuries he had suffered in the demonic river. At the same time, Xiao Han could not help but look into his heart with his spirit. Strangely enough, after the demonic river was sucked dry, the demonic god soul in Xiao Han's heart formed a shielding force, preventing Xiao Han's divine soul from sensing anything out of the ordinary. But Xiao Han believed. At this moment, the demon god. There must be something big going on. Although I escaped with my life. However, there was also a huge hidden danger at the moment. The energy contained within the demonic river was too terrifying. Not even an immortal emperor could subdue it. That was the energy of a pure demon. I can also sense that the energy is extremely compatible with the aura of the demonic god. And now the demonic god has sucked the entire demonic river dry. He will definitely use this demonic river to grow. The more Xiao Han thought about it, the more terrified he became. One had to know that in Xiao Han's heart, besides the demon god's soul, there was also an egg of a cosmic giant beast. Back then, the demon god's plan was to place his divine soul in the egg of the cosmic behemoth and hatch it. It was the amalgamation of the demon god and the astral beast of the universe. It would become the one that could sweep through the great thousand worlds. Eternally immortal, eternally invincible, terrifying existence. Back then, countless immortals had joined forces and paid a huge price to seal the egg and prevent it from hatching. But now, the soul of the demon god had absorbed the power of the entire demon river. Perhaps, it would accelerate the hatching of the egg of the cosmic starry sky behemoth. Damn it, maybe the demon god will hatch that terrifying egg in my heart. Cold sweat broke out on Xiao Han's back. However, the development of the situation was already beyond Xiao Han's control. Forget it. What I need to do now is to improve my strength. Only then will I have the ability to protect myself. Xiao Han activated his saber will and killed the great fear in his heart. Then he used a small demonic art to turn his soul into a demonic sense. With his body as the center, he radiated it in all directions. Probe. Under the probing of Xiao Han's demonic sense, he found that there was a demon city not far to the east. In this demon city, a large number of demons lived, and among them were the auras of some big demons. However, the auras of these big demons trembled under the sweep of Xiao Han's demonic sense. That's right. Xiao Han had the demonic power of 8,000 demon dragons. In the entire demon world, he was ranked at the top of the pyramid of demons. Moreover, most of Xiao Han's demonic power came from devouring and refining the corpses of immortals. This was because in Xiao Han's demonic sense, the murderous aura was very strong, and it contained an aura of killing immortals. It had the feeling that killing immortals was like slaughtering pigs and dogs. Evil, cold, and violent, it dominated the world, crushed everything, and destroyed the immortal Tao. Xiao Han's demonic sense swept around unscrupulously. After coming to the demon world, Xiao Han vaguely knew that the behavior of the demon race was very different from that of the human race. In the demon world, the law was almost a joke. The law of the jungle was vividly reflected. Therefore, since Xiao Han had disguised himself as a demon, he should be unscrupulous in the demon world. He should act like a tyrant. Xiao Han understood that the stronger he was, the safer he would be in the demon world. No one would doubt his identity. When I was in the mortal world, I once snuck into the demon capital alone and narrowly escaped death. Now, in the immortal world, I've entered the demon world again as a low-level immortal emperor. What a coincidence. Xiao Han smiled faintly. Then he sent his divine soul into the cosmos sack. At this moment, Xiao Han's cosmos sack was placed in his storage ring, isolated from the outside world. Inside the cosmos sack, Bai Shi, Wu Hu, Xiao Han's wife and children as well as countless mortals, were all extremely anxious and terrified. They all knew that they were in a bad situation. They were trapped in a demon river, and their cosmos sacks were about to be destroyed. Disaster was imminent. Xiao Han, on the other hand, rushed out without a care for his own safety. Now everyone was worried about Xiao Han. I hope that Master can come out of this calamity. Bai Shi and the other powerful existences were all frowning. Just then, whoosh, all of a sudden, a faint shadow descended into the Jianghu bag. It was formed by Xiao Han's divine will. Master. Xiao Han. Junior brother Xiao Han. In an instant, Bai Shi, Wu Yu, Xiao Mingchu, Mo Qingtong, Xiaoan, and the others all rushed toward Xiao Han. They surrounded Xiao Han like stars surrounding the moon. It's all right, Xiao Han said hurriedly. Don't worry everyone. I've successfully brought the cosmos sack to a safe place. The cosmos sack is damaged but it's not completely destroyed. It can still be used. It's very safe for you to hide in the cosmos sack. Hearing this, the hearts of the crowd that were hanging in suspense finally calmed down. Xiao Han's wife and children. They hurriedly asked if Xiao Han was injured. After learning that Xiao Han was fine, they heaved a sigh of relief. Bai Shi, the cosmos sack still has the 3 high-tier immortal emperor's godly spirits. Use the 100 lives blade Dao to destroy those 3 godly spirits, Xiao Han instructed. Now that the cosmos sack is in the storage ring, it's equivalent to putting it in a place of its own. No matter how remarkable the 3 high-tier immortal emperors are, they can no longer track the cosmos sack. Yes, Master. After making the necessary arrangements, Xiao Han wanted to quickly refine the Monarch Decapitator, the Sky Demon clone, and the essence of the 100 lives blade Dao. Moreover, he wanted to open the secret letter and read it. However, now that Xiao Han was in the demon realm and disguised as a demon, if he rashly tried to refine the immortal artifact, he would definitely die. If he were to rashly refine the immortal weapon, he would probably attract some trouble. And yet, at that very moment, many demons have appeared near my physical body. Xiao Han's godly spirit abruptly spoke. Forget it. All of you settle down and cultivate to your heart's content in your free time to strengthen your strength. I'll go out first. Whoosh, with a flash of divine thought, Xiao Han's godly spirit returned to its original position. Opening his eyes, his demonic consciousness swept out. In the void all around him, large numbers of demons had appeared. The demonic chi of these demons was very powerful. Even as they stood casually, sinister vortexes could be heard over their bodies. Some of the demons appeared in human form, while others had bizarre forms such as long wings, bone spikes, wrinkled skin, and bull horns on their foreheads. They were incomparably ferocious. These demons were observing Xiao Han as well. However, each and every one of them shuddered at the sight of Xiao Han's eyes, which were as deep as a sea of blood, and hurriedly averted their gazes in subservience. Xiao Han's temperament was cold and sharp, and his aura of slaughtering immortals as if he was picking up weeds wantonly emanated. It was extremely sinister, as if a demon tiger was lying on its side in the forest, and would leap up to devour humans at the slightest hint of abnormality. Shrouded by Xiao Han's powerful demonic consciousness, the demons around him were all trembling in fear. Among them, a middle-aged man wearing a feather robe with a pale golden edge, who looked like a pedantic mortal, hurriedly stepped forward and slightly bowed to Xiao Han. Your Excellency, please don't be offended. We didn't mean to offend you. Who are you? Xiao Han said arrogantly. I am the master of the demon city ahead, Sky Feather Demon Emperor. I have sensed your Excellency's amazing demonic chi, so I have come to greet you. I hope your Excellency can rest in the demon city ahead. The pedantic Sky Feather Demon Emperor respectfully invited Xiao Han. Xiao Han was stunned. Thoughts flashed through his mind, and then he slightly nodded. That's fine. Then let's go to Immortal Emperor Sky Feather's Demon City. Yes, please, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor was overjoyed. A large group of demons parted to the left and right, opening a path for Xiao Han. Let's sneak into the demon city first and see, Xiao Han said in his heart. Demon God River area. Boom, demonic light exploded. In the next moment, a large group of demons led by the purple-clad youth, the demon crown prince, arrived at the demon god's river. They were stunned as they looked at the dried-up demon god's river. This, the great demon god's river, the source of our demon clan, actually dried up. Such a strange phenomenon. Could it be that the new generation of demon god will appear, said a cow-headed demon clan member who was standing to the right of the demon prince as he cowered in fear. The demon crown prince suddenly looked over, and the void seemed to be ignited. Suddenly, the minotaur demon's body suddenly burst into flames. Ah! No! Crown prince, don't kill me! A heart-wrenching scream sounded like the roar of purgatory. However, in just a few breaths, the minotaur demon was burned to ashes. Crown prince, please calm your anger. Crown prince, please quell your anger. A large group of demons knelt down. The demon crown prince smiled coldly. The demon god river has indeed undergone some changes. Just now, a lesser demon dodged my attack and directly fled into hiding. However, this doesn't mean that a new generation of demon god will be born in the demon god river. Suddenly, the demon crown prince's eyes burst with the light of a monarch. The new Yao god can only be this crown prince. Hundreds of millions of demons will bow down to this crown prince. I'll lead the demon race and crush the immortal world. Yes. Crown prince, you will be the ruler of the demon race. Gather all the demons that had been split up. Gather. Then he declared war on the immortal world. Unify the immortal and demon realms. The crown prince is invincible. The crown prince rules the world. Look down upon the demon world. Anyone who dares to oppose the crown prince will be blasted to smithereens. Ha 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 ha. The demon crown prince threw his head back and laughed maniacally. The phenomenon of the demon god river and the drying up of the demon god river can only mean that the old demon god is completely dead, and a new demon god is about to be born. Ah, it's just breaking the old and building the new. To be continued. Chapter 744. The demon crown prince led many demons to stay in the demon god river for a while. He released his demon awareness and scanned the surroundings but found nothing. Then the demon crown prince led the demons away. After the demon crown prince left, a large number of demons appeared one after another. They were led by all kinds of demons and arrived at the dried-up demon god river. In the ancient legends of the demon race, the great demon god was born from the demon god river. As the origin of the entire demon race, the demon god river had been worshipped by tens of thousands of demons since ancient times. Apart from the demon god, no other demons could get close to the demon god river, let alone absorb the pure demon energy to nourish themselves. Therefore the demon god river was a forbidden place. But now, the demon god river had dried up. Not a single drop was left. This caused many of the greater demons who had heard the news to react violently. Some cried, some knelt on the ground, some were deep in thought. The culprit of all this, the soul of the demon god, seemed to have disappeared. Xiao Han's divine soul couldn't detect the movement of the soul of the demon god. His heart seemed to be blocked. Xiao Han decided not to bother with this matter anymore. At this moment, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor respectfully brought Xiao Han to the demon city in front of him. They entered the demon city. Xiao Han was quite curious. After all, Xiao Han had never been to the demon realm before. Xiao Han walked on the main road of the city, wantonly releasing his demonic scents, covering the whole city. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor led a large group of demons and followed behind him. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor was being intimidated by Xiao Han's demon awareness. His face was extremely humble, but there was a hint of hesitation on his face. Hey, this group of demons? They respectfully invited me into this city. I'm afraid they have some ulterior motives. Xiao Han saw everything and a cold smile appeared on his face. His aura became more and more demonic. This caused the Sky Feather Demon Emperor and the other demons to be even more silent. Xiao Han walked around casually. He didn't take the initiative to greet the Sky Feather Demon Emperor. Under Xiao Han's observation, he saw that in this demon city, there were many buildings and demon temples, and there were hundreds of thousands of demons living in them. Xiao Han parted once more. In this demon city, most of the demons' auras were equivalent to level 1 or level 2 true immortals. Only a small portion of the demons in this city could match up to a level 5 true immortal. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign was roughly equivalent to a low-level immortal sovereign in the immortal world. As the ruler of this demon city, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor only had the battle prowess of a low-level immortal emperor. Xiaohan's current strength was 8,000 demonic dragon power. He could crush this Sky Feather Demon Emperor with a single finger. Therefore, in the face of great power to Xiaohan, no matter what the Sky Feather Demon Emperor was plotting, Xiaohan would not take it to heart. After walking around the city, the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign finally brought Xiaohan to the City Lord Mansion. The residence of the demon race's City Lord was similar to the residences of the rich and powerful families in the mortal world. It was extremely luxurious and had a sense of extravagance. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign set up a grand banquet in the mansion to invite Xiaohan. All kinds of exquisite demon food were served up like flowing water. Although it was said that the demon clan loved to devour the brains of humans, the typical delicacies of the demon realm were cooked with various plants and beasts of the demon realm. Xiaohan was invited to the main seat. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign sat on Xiaohan's left, attentively accompanying him. There were more than 30 demons of various sizes attending the banquet, most of whom were equivalent to level 7 and level 8 true immortals. The banquet had just begun. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign smiled at Xiaohan ingratiatingly and clapped his hands. Immediately, a few seductive female demons with heavy makeup brought up a tray. This tray was actually filled with brain matter. The brains of humans. The brains emitted wisps of immortal qi. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign said respectfully to Xiaohan, "Your Excellency, this is the brain of a level 6 true immortal. Please enjoy." Xiaohan was stunned. He did not expect the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign to offer up the brain of a true immortal. A feeling of nausea welled up in his stomach. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign trembled in fear when he saw the change of Xiaohan's expression and the sudden flash of coldness in his eyes. "Your Excellency, this is the only delicacy I can offer. Your Excellency's demon power is boundless, so naturally you don't like the brain of a level 6 true immortal, and you enjoy it very crudely. However, since the disappearance of Lord Demon God, our demon race has been on the decline, and we are at a disadvantage in the battle against the immortal realm. Nowadays, it is very difficult for us to kill immortals and obtain their brains. If I have offended you, please forgive me." Humph. Xiaohan was happy to give up and waved his hand. "Take it away, the brain of a level 6 true immortal? Ha ha, what a joke. The brain of an immortal emperor can be tasted, but those below the immortal emperor, take it away. Take it away quickly." "Yes, yes," the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign hurriedly ordered the female demons to take the tray away. Then, the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign immediately arranged for some charming female demons to dance and entertain the guests to ease the awkward atmosphere. During the banquet, Xiaohan also tasted some delicacies made from supreme-grade demon beasts. They were delicious and not inferior to the delicacies of the immortal realm. The demon race led by the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign repeatedly toasted Xiaohan and fawned on him. After 3 rounds of wine, the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign finally could not hold it in anymore. He seemed to have gathered his courage and said to Xiaohan, "Your Excellency, oh? Finally, the meat show?" Xiaohan sneered in his heart and then said indifferently, "If you have anything to say, feel free to say it. I like to be frank with people, understand? If there's anything you're hiding, I don't mind destroying this city of yours." "Yes, yes, Your Excellency, this." The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign subconsciously licked his face with his stinky long tongue and washed his face. Then he mustered up his courage and said, "Your Excellency, the situation in the demon realm is very tense now. I believe Your Excellency is well aware of the situation." "The situation in the demon realm?" Xiaohan blurted out. "What situation? I don't know." "Ah." The crowd of demons was shocked. Xiaohan immediately sneered. "I've been in seclusion for countless years. I naturally don't know the current situation in the demon realm. What? Do you find it strange?" At this point, Xiaohan's entire body was filled with a murderous aura. Even his pupils were burning with demonic flames that could burn immortals and destroy gods. It seemed like he could attack at any time and destroy the world. "Destroy this city." "Calm down. Your Excellency, please calm down." The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign cried in fear. "Tell me the current situation in the demon realm. Don't leave anything out." Xiaohan flicked his fingernails. "Yes, Your Excellency. Our demon realm and the immortal realm have been incompatible since ancient times. Many years ago, the demon god led our demon realm to fight against the immortals of the immortal realm. We didn't lose out at all and even stood on equal footing. Later on, our demon realm's reputation surpassed that of the immortal realm. Lord Demon God was an invincible existence that reigned supreme in the myriad of worlds. He could casually kill immortal emperors with a single move. But later on, Lord Demon God encountered an accident and was surrounded by countless immortal emperors. His whereabouts were still unknown. The disappearance of the demon god gave the immortal realm a chance to rise. In recent years, our demon realm has been unable to wage war against the immortal realm. The demon realm is weak because of the demon god's disappearance. On the other hand, our demon race is suffering from internal strife. Since the disappearance of the demon god, countless greater demons have risen in rebellion to fight for the right to rule the demon realm. The demon clans of the various camps fought and killed each other, causing countless deaths and injuries. And recently, this trend had developed to the most tragic stage. The strongest great demons of the demon realm were about to fight it out, and the winner would obtain the title of the new generation of demon gods. All the demon race in the demon realm must submit. Oh. Xiaohan was slightly puzzled. The battle between the most powerful demons in the demon realm and the fight for the title of demon god doesn't seem to have anything to do with Sky Feather Demon Sovereign, does it? You can't fight for it. Sky Feather Demon Sovereign, why are you currying favor with me like this? Tell me all about it. Xiaohan's demonic gaze seemed to be able to see through the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign's heart, making it impossible for him to hide anything. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign hesitated for a moment, but when he was glared at by Xiaohan, he trembled in fear and spoke the truth. Your Excellency. Your Excellency's demonic strength is like a tsunami breaking through the sky. It's extremely shocking. Even in the entire demon realm, it's enough to rank among the best. We want to beg your Excellency to protect us, so that we won't be affected by the battle between the greater demons. Oh, so that's how it is. Xiaohan nodded and said with great interest. Sky Feather Demon Sovereign, with your strength, you really can't compete for anything. In other words, as long as you don't get involved in this mess, those greater demons who are qualified to fight for the position of the new demon god won't come to deal with an insignificant fellow like you, right? As long as you know your place and pledge allegiance to the new demon god, you'll naturally be safe. Why would you need protection then? It's like this. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign's forehead was covered in cold sweat, and his eyes flickered with extreme fear. Your Excellency, you've been in seclusion for a long time, so I'm afraid you still don't know that the demon realm is divided into 5 major factions. Each faction is led by 5 greater demons. Heaven Wasteland Emperor, Demonic Sword Emperor, Manshan Emperor, Jianghu Emperor. The 4 great emperors of the demon realm are the most powerful existences in the demon realm. They survived the great war of the demon immortals back then. Their battle strength is equivalent to that of a medium immortal emperor or a high immortal emperor. They can kill a medium immortal emperor, but they can't fight against a high immortal emperor, but they can stay alive. However, a monstrous existence has emerged recently, the Demon Crown Prince. The Demon Crown Prince has risen like a comet, and his limelight has surpassed that of the 4 great emperors. Moreover, the Demon Crown Prince's identity is also very mysterious and extremely cruel, but his battle strength has completely surpassed that of the 4 great emperors. It can be said that the new generation of demon gods is very likely to fall on the Demon Crown Prince. Your Excellency, our faction belongs to the Heaven Wasteland Emperor. A few years ago, the Heaven Wasteland Emperor and the Demon Crown Prince formed an irreconcilable feud. This time, the Demon Crown Prince will definitely take the opportunity to eradicate the Heaven Wasteland Emperor. At that time, with the Demon Crown Prince's cruel nature, he will definitely wipe out all of the demon clan under the jurisdiction of the Heaven Wasteland Emperor. Therefore we need a protector. Your Excellency. Your demonic strength is almost on par with the Heaven Wasteland Emperor. I hope that you can help us resist the Demon Crown Prince. Finally, the Sky Feather monstrous Emperor revealed his thoughts. Demon Crown Prince? This guy is the most powerful existence in the competition for the new generation of demon gods? Xiaohan was stunned for a moment, but then he did not know whether to laugh or cry. Demon god? What new generation of demon god? The real demon god is in my heart. Whether it was the immortals or the demon clan, they all thought that the demon god had fallen, but who would have thought that not only did the demon god not fall, but he was also incubating the egg of the cosmic giant beast. Once the demon god succeeded, then the entire world, the 10,000 worlds, would be trampled under his feet, never to rise again. At this moment, a strong fluctuation was transmitted from Xiao Han's heart. A deep thought was transmitted to Xiao Han. This will was filled with disdain and anger, like a dragon swimming in shallow waters. Moreover, this will accurately told Xiao Han that he should compete for the position of the new generation of Yao gods. Moreover, this thought produced a violent killing intent towards the demon crown prince. Driven by the thought, Xiao Han blurted out, "The demon crown prince is about to die. I will seize the position of the new generation of demon gods." To be continued. Chapter 745. Under the interference of the demon god's powerful will, Xiao Han actually said something that he shouldn't have said: kill the demon crown prince. Seize the position of the new demon god. Even the ancient demons of the desolate land had arrived. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign and the others were so frightened that their demon consciousness was lost. All of them knelt down at the same time. Their demon bodies trembled as they kowtowed incessantly. "Your Excellency. Your Excellency is indeed qualified to compete for the position of the new demon god. Your Excellency, please calm down, calm down." These demons were afraid that Xiao Han was moody and would directly kill them. Damn it. This demon god's resentment is too deep. It seems that the real demon god was enraged after hearing the demon crown prince's arrogance and wanting to seize the title of the new demon god. Xiao Han finally came to his senses. Soon, Xiao Han's chi field dissipated, and the demon god's soul in his heart became still like an ancient well, no longer emitting any chi field. At this moment, Xiao Han suddenly felt that although what he said was due to the demon god's influence, now that he thought about it, it was a matter of course. Xiao Han's original intention was to kill the demon crown prince. A kind of killing intent was born. "Forget it, I will participate in the battle for the position of the new demon god. It doesn't matter. I am a human. I will take this opportunity to kill the great demons of the demon realm and cut off the roots of the demon race. Perhaps in the future, the human race will be able to completely destroy the demon race." Xiao Han's mind was racing. Then Xiao Han withdrew his chi field and said indifferently, "When will the battle for the position of the new demon god be held?" The Sky Feather Monstrous Emperor and the others exchanged terrified glances with each other. Originally, they only wanted to curry favor with Xiao Han and seek his protection when the demon realm was in chaos and the demon crown prince might ascend to the top. But he never expected that. Xiao Han actually coveted the position of the new demon god and even threatened to kill the demon crown prince. This was an unforeseen event. Ha 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 ha. At this moment, Xiao Han started laughing maniacally. "Don't worry, as long as I become the new generation's demon god, I definitely won't torture you to death. Do you understand? If that was the case, then the demon crown prince's position would probably be in the demon realm. Stirring up a reign of terror, you little minions. You were instantly crushed to death. I'm sure you all understand this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have tried so hard to curry favor with me and seek protection." Xiao Han spoke frankly with assurance. "In the current situation, you can only support me. Do you understand?" The Sky Feather Demon Emperor's demonic eyes revealed an expression of contemplation before he quickly clenched his teeth. "Yes, my lord. I, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor, lead the entire demon race in the city to surrender to you and support you in seizing the position of the new demon god and executing the demon crown prince." "Good, very good." Xiao Han smiled and nodded. "My lord, the battle for the position of the new generation's demon god will be held on Demon Sealing Mountain in a month's time. The four great emperors and the demon crown prince will fight on Demon Sealing Mountain to determine the future lord of the demon realm. Of course, my lord will also participate in the battle." The Sky Feather Demon Emperor hurriedly tried to curry favor with Xiao Han. "My lord, you'll definitely be able to suppress the four great emperors and the demon crown prince and win." "Of course," Xiao Han said matter-of-factly. The 8,000 demonic dragons on his body swam in joy and burst out with an extremely evil demonic voice. "There's still a month left. Then, Sky Feather Demon Emperor, lend me the secret room you usually cultivate in. I want to properly comprehend a few demon-forbidden techniques." Yes, my lord." In a secret room in the core area of the city governor's mansion in Demon City. This secret room was specially used by the Sky Feather Demon Emperor. Layers of demon formations were set up around the secret room using a large number of demon beast crystal cores. These formations had simple shielding, defense, hallucination, traps, and many other functions. It was also very expensive. It was the most precious treasure of the Sky Feather Demon Emperor. Now, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor had given this secret room to Xiao Han. Xiao Han sat cross-legged in the middle of the secret room. Now that my demonic energy has skyrocketed, the countless Demon Emperor crystals embedded in the left Demon Emperor's palm, as well as the Demon Clan's forbidden techniques and secret techniques, have all evolved. However, I still need some time to simply comprehend these demon techniques and make them more perfect. In a month's time, during the battle for the position of the new generation's demon god, I will definitely take this opportunity to kill the most powerful greater demons in the demon realm and make some contributions to the human clan. In this fierce battle, I can only use demonic energy and demon techniques. I must absolutely not use the 100 Lives Saber Dao. Once my true identity is exposed, I will be hunted by hundreds of millions of demon clan, and the consequences will be unimaginable. Therefore, I will once again comprehend and refine the various demon techniques to make them more complete and flawless. Xiao Han's mind spun. At the same time, the Demon Emperor crystal embedded in the left Demon Emperor's palm emitted a demonic and misty light. Virtual demon characters, and patterns slowly rose and flowed into Xiao Han's mind. In Xiao Han's mind, the secrets of each demon technique and secret technique flowed quickly. Xiao Han relied on his powerful soul power and demonic energy to perfect these demon techniques. Every time a demon technique was perfected, Xiao Han's combat power would be refined and purified a little. At the same time, Xiao Han released a strand of his divine soul into the Qingquan bag in his storage ring. The Qingquan bag. The Linglong Pagoda stood tall. Xiao Han's mortal plane was in the vast Qingquan bag, and all living beings were temporarily at peace. The martial artists in the plane were busy cultivating. In the Demon Hero region, near the Linglong Pagoda, many demon warriors were cultivating. After obtaining Xiao Han's permission, the Dharma treasures and elixirs floating in the Milky Way's chains could be used by any ordinary person in the plane. Therefore, many geniuses with extraordinary true qi cultivation, as well as geniuses with extraordinary talents, or ordinary martial artists, they could choose immortal pills according to their needs to refine their bodies and improve their cultivation. This time, as soon as Xiao Han's divine soul returned to the Qingquan bag, he saw a few top demon warriors in his plane. They had accumulated enough strength to achieve the immortal Tao and advance from immortal to a level 1 true immortal. To this, Xiao Han felt extremely gratified. Xiao Han circled around the Demon Hero region and learned that his wife and son were cultivating in seclusion, while Wu Hao and Bai Shi were in the Linglong Pagoda. With the help of the Linglong Pagoda's rules of time, Xiao Han did not disturb him when he was cultivating. Xiao Han entered a secret room on the 4th floor of the Linglong Pagoda. He sat down cross-legged. Whoosh, 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 a few beams of golden light floated in front of Xiao Han. Emperor Slayer Saber, Heavenly Demon Clone, the last inheritance of the 100 Lives Blade Dao letter. Now I'm in the demon realm. Although I've perfectly disguised myself with my powerful demon power and the aura of the Demon Emperor's palm on my left arm, I'm still a human. And I'm already an immortal emperor. That's why I must keep a low profile and be cautious. I can't give myself away. This Emperor Slayer Saber, the Heavenly Demon Clone, and the final legacy of the 100 Lives Blade Dao are all top-notch treasures in the demon realm. I would never dare to refine them in the demon realm. So, my body is learning and perfecting various demon arts while my divine soul can read the letter Master left behind. There's a huge secret in this letter that I don't know yet. With a thought, the letter was opened. Boom! A divine thought was released from the seal on the letter. Xiao Han was very familiar with it. It was Immortal Emperor Zhu Dao's divine thought. A sense of familiarity surged and Xiao Han could not help but blurt out, "Master." However, Xiao Han also realized that the divine thought contained immense rage, unwillingness, murderous intent, violence, and helplessness. The many negative emotions made Xiao Han understand at once that Master Zhu Dao must have been filled with great hatred when he left this divine thought. "Master, if you have any unresolved grudges, I'll bear them all." Xiao Han roared in anger. At that moment, Immortal Emperor Zhu Dao's voice rang in the secret chamber. "Ha, disciple, good, very good. You've opened the letter. Yes, I've fallen long ago. Back then I left many divine thoughts in the treasure trove. As you took the treasure, the divine thoughts dissipated automatically, and this letter contains my last divine thought. This divine thought is about to dissipate too. I, your master, will also completely vanish into thin air. Master." Xiao Han choked up when he heard this. He had received a great favor from Immortal Emperor Zhu Dao. It could be said that Xiao Han's growth to this stage was partly due to the mysterious secret in the heart, and partly due to immortal Emperor Zhu Dao's appreciation of him. Therefore, even though Xiao Han had never truly met this great immortal emperor, he subconsciously and deeply regarded immortal Emperor Zhu Dao as his true master. Alright, disciple, don't be shy. Your master, I was also an invincible hero in the past. I was a bold and unrestrained person. You have to be able to let go of things. Now, listen carefully. I'm going to tell you a huge secret. Listen carefully. Yes, master. Xiao Han calmed himself down and held his breath. This is also a big scandal in the immortal realm. Disciple, when the celestial world was at its peak, there were a large number of high-level celestial emperors. The number of mid-level and low-level celestial emperors was inestimable. Unfortunately, the Fey God was too heaven-defying. During the war between the immortal world and the spirit demon world, the Fey God led an army of spirit demons and fought us bloodthirstily. He could rip high-rank immortal emperors apart with his bare hands, and crush countless true immortals with a single thought. More often than not, we needed several high-rank immortal emperors to hold him back. Then the Fey God fell into a trap of his own making. He tried to attach his soul to the egg of a cosmic behemoth, only to be sealed away by us. In this battle, although the demon god had been sealed, the demon god was still alive. However, the immortal world also suffered heavy losses. This battle is too tragic. In the end, there were only 5 high-rank immortal emperors left. In other words, they were the top 5 immortal emperors in the immortal world. Master is also one of the 5 immortal emperors. However, my ranking is different. I'm at the bottom, 5th place. This is also because I love to collect treasures and I'm not too keen on fighting. Otherwise, my ranking could be squeezed up a bit. First place is the Primordial Chaos Immortal Emperor. His immortal power is enormous. Although he's a bit pedantic, he's very fair in his dealings. I admire him a lot, and he's also the person I admire the most in the immortal world. The Primordial Chaos Immortal Emperor is an expert in divination, and he can predict the past and the future. Second place is the Divine Mountain Immortal Emperor. Third place is the Purple Silk Immortal Emperor. Fourth place is the Lone Flame Immortal Emperor. Fifth place is Immortal Emperor Zhu Dao. Purple Silk, Lone Flame. 3 immortal emperors, although they're high-rank immortal emperors in terms of character, Immortal Emperor Zhu Dao's voice was filled with endless mockery. Xiao Han's heart skipped a beat. Could it be these 3 high-rank immortal emperors who wanted to destroy the cosmic pouch and capture me? The Divine Mountain Immortal Emperor that Master mentioned? Purple Silk Immortal Emperor? Guhua Immortal Emperor? Immortal Emperor Zhu Dao continued. When the Fey God fell, the immortal world gained the power to completely suppress the spirit demon world. In the war that followed, the spirit demon world lost again and again. Yes, I remember that day. The Divine Mountain, Purple Silk, and Lone Flame invited me to the Fey God Temple to plunder the Fey God's treasures. You should know that although the demon god has fallen after being sealed, there must still be a large number of his treasures left in the Demon God Hall. The treasures of the Fey God are not to be underestimated. I love collecting all kinds of treasures. Therefore, I promised the 3 immortal emperors that I would join them to plunder the Fey God Temple. As for the first place, the Primordial Chaos Immortal Emperor, he naturally wouldn't go with us. After the Fey God was sealed, the Primordial Chaos Immortal Emperor seemed to have disappeared from the immortal world. That day we went straight into the spirit demon world. No one could stop us. But when we arrived at the Fey God Temple, we were greatly disappointed. The Fey God's life's wealth was gone. The entire Fey God Temple was empty. Just as we were about to return in disappointment, a sudden change occurred. Inside the Fey God Temple, a female demon appeared. That female demon was extremely beautiful, so beautiful that it took one's breath away. She was the Fey God's most beloved concubine. When the female demon appeared, I planned to kill her. However, the Divine Mountain, Purple Silk, and Lone Flame were seduced by her. Because I wanted to kill the female demon with all my might, those 3 fellows were crazy enough to sneak up on me. On one hand, they didn't want to kill the female demon. On the other hand, they wanted to find an excuse to kill me in the spirit demon world and obtain my treasures. Because my treasures are the best in the spirit demon world. They have been drooling over it for a long time. I was no match for those 3 fellows when they teamed up. They chased after me, and the female demon took the opportunity to cast a forbidden demonic technique on me. Finally, I lost my life. Although I suppressed my injuries, I didn't have much time left. I tried my best to escape. Moreover, I don't have much influence in the spirit demon world. Those three fellows have a lot of minions in the spirit demon world. The fact that those three fellows lusted after the female demon was no small matter. If I leaked it, firstly, there was no direct evidence, and secondly, it would cause chaos in the spirit demon world. For the sake of the bigger picture, and to avoid their pursuit, I had no choice but to escape to the mortal world. Before I left a trace of divine sense to secretly monitor those three fellows. I discovered that those three fellows actually had an affair with the female demon. How dare! Immortal Emperor Ju Dao's voice became extremely furious. That female demon is actually pregnant with their flesh and blood. This is a great humiliation. Ah? Hearing this, Xiao Han was so shocked that his mind went blank, and he didn't know what to do. To be continued. Chapter 746. Xiao Han was completely shocked. He had never thought that there was such a shocking secret hidden in the letter. Three high-rank immortal emperors, the most powerful existences in the world of immortals, were actually seduced by a demon god's concubine, a demoness, and had sex with her, and that demoness gave birth to their flesh and blood? Xiao Han was shocked to the point that he was crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The human race and the demon race had been enemies since ancient times. They could not live under the same sky. The demon race loved to devour the human race's brains. It was their instinct. It could be said that the human race and the demon race could not coexist. The human race martial artists took killing the demon race as their responsibility. Since ancient times, countless demons had sacrificed their lives in the battle against the demon race in the mortal world. In the immortal world, countless immortals had fought against the demon race without hesitation. The three high-level immortal emperors, the most powerful beings in the immortal world, had degenerated themselves to have sex with the demon god's concubine. And their flesh and blood. This was the union of human and demon race. This was a freak. This was a product that should not have come to the world. Moreover, this was a great humiliation. A complete and utter humiliation. Master, this is too absurd. Xiao Han could not help but growl. How can the human race and the immortals be so shameless? That's right. Immortal Emperor Ju Dao sighed, because this is an absurd matter that cannot be tolerated by the heavens and earth. It's utterly absurd. Once I spread it in the immortal world, the situation that had just stabilized. There would be riots. Our war with the demon race. After countless years, after sacrificing the lives of countless immortals and countless immortal emperors, and paying a terrible price, they finally managed to gain a slight advantage over Yangqi and Yangqi. We sealed the demon god and temporarily suppressed the demon race. I did not want this matter to destroy the situation. Therefore, I did not hesitate to escape to the lower realm and hide the truth. Immortal Emperor Ju Dao continued. My strand of divine sense, after observing the three immortal emperors having sex with that female demon, became extremely weak and was about to dissipate. In the end, my divine will discovered that the demoness has given birth to a baby boy. The baby boy. He had more than half of the bloodline of the demon race, as well as a small portion of the bloodline of the immortal race. After he was born, strange signs descended from the heavens. He looked like a human but not a human, like a demon but not a demon. However, this combination created a consummate genius. This child's future achievements were limitless. Thus, I am very clear that if this child grows up in the future, he might become a new generation of Yao gods. A new Yao god. Xiao Han frowned. Yes, this combination of immortal and demon has never been seen before. The bloodline that was born from absorbing the strengths of the two seeds was naturally extraordinary. Back then the demon god wanted to place his divine soul in the egg of the cosmic behemoth. In the end he was ambushed by us and ended in failure. And yet, a monster born from the combination of a demon and an immortal was born. I can imagine that in the future the world of immortals will face another calamity. This is a disaster. Moreover, my divine will also discovered that the demoness seemed to have done something to the three celestial emperors. However, my divine will is already very weak, so I can't observe too much. Disciple, listen carefully. Your talent is no longer inferior to that vile spawn. Now that you have inherited my teachings, I want you to do a few things. Master, please speak. Even if I die a horrible death, I will fulfill Master's long-cherished wish. To repay Master's kindness. Xiao Han said excitedly. Disciple, listen carefully. First, if that vile spawn appears in the demon realm or the world of immortals, you must find a way to kill him. It is best to eliminate him while he is still young. This fellow has the temperament of a demon and an immortal. Once he grows up he will be very terrifying. Second, disciple, if you grow up and have enough strength, then you will avenge Master by killing the 3 celestial emperors and that demoness. However, the 3 celestial emperors are extremely difficult to deal with. Disciple, if you are not strong enough, then look for the Emperor of Grand Mist. The number 1 celestial emperor in the world of immortals. Tell the Emperor of Grand Mist the reason for the matter. Disciple, you have inherited Master's teachings. With Master's character, the Emperor of Grand Mist should believe everything you say. Disciple, do your best to fulfill these 2 tasks. However, if it is difficult, don't force yourself. Self-preservation is the most important thing. After saying that, the divine sense that immortal Emperor Ju Dao left in the letter became weaker and weaker, as if it was about to dissipate. Kill the flesh and blood of the 3 celestial emperors and that demoness, that peerless vile spawn. Kill the 3 celestial emperors. Kill the demoness. Xiao Han said in a heavy tone, then said sternly, Master, disciple swears that I will fulfill Master's long-cherished wish. Kill all the enemies. Ha ha ha, good disciple. Our relationship as Master and disciple is not in vain. All right, Master will be going. As soon as he finished speaking, the last of immortal Emperor Ju Dao's divine sense disappeared completely. Master! Xiao Han roared and shouted. However, at this moment, there was not a trace of memory in the entire secret room. Immortal Emperor Ju Dao had completely fallen in the end. An inexplicable sadness surged in Xiao Han's heart. It made Xiao Han feel a deep pain. It was as if someone close to him had left him. From then on, they were separated by heaven and earth, never to see each other again. After a long time, Xiao Han finally regained his senses. Then it was replaced by rage and uncontrollable killing intent. 3 great celestial emperors. You had an affair with the demoness, and then joined hands to sneak attack and injure my master. I will not rest until one of you is dead. That vile spawn should be in the demon world now. Soon Xiao Han rolled his eyes and pondered. A combination of demon and immortal. Indeed, if we don't get rid of it as soon as possible, it will lead to disaster. Who is this guy? What is his identity now? With this guy's talent, he can't be a nobody in the demon world. Oh right. Demon Crown Prince. Demon Emperor Tian Yu once said that the origin of the Demon Crown Prince is extremely mysterious, and he is not a veteran great demon emperor. Could it be that the identity of the Demon Crown Prince? Xiao Han's eyes flickered. Then he gritted his teeth. Forget it. In the battle for the new demon god, that vile spawn will definitely appear. At that time he will give himself away. After that, Xiao Han's divine soul returned to the secret room in the demon city, and he hastened to comprehend and refine various demon techniques and forbidden techniques. Xiao Han was bound to sweep away everything in the battle for the position of the new demon god. In the immortal world. At the junction of the immortal world and the demon world. The 3 high-level demonic emperors were exasperated with rage. Damn it. We were fooled by Xiao Han. When the Qinghuan pouch was about to be refined, that bastard Xiao Han disappeared inexplicably. Now, that bastard should be staying in the demon world. If he dares to return to the immortal world, he won't be able to escape the detection of our celestial senses. This guy is really cunning. He actually took advantage of the situation to hide in the demon world. What should we do? What should we do now? Go directly to the demon world to catch Xiao Han? No. Have you forgotten the agreement with Luo Xiang? We can't go to the demon world without permission. Otherwise that child's identity may be leaked. This matter must not be leaked. Otherwise our reputation will be ruined, and we will not be tolerated by the heavenly Tao. We can't go to the demon world without permission, absolutely not. That Xiao Han controls the Absolute Saber's treasure. Will the Absolute Saber tell this secret to Xiao Han? Forget it. Let's wait and see. Let's send a divine thought to Luo Xiang, and let her chase after Xiao Han. We must kill Xiao Han. In the depths of time and space. On a floating island that was created by endless celestial force. This island was filled with birdsong and the fragrance of flowers. A large number of spirit beasts such as immortal cranes, immortal apes, immortal cows and immortal goats, walked around the island. The sound of auspicious birds could be heard in the sky. Cliffs, clear springs, ancient pines. A small table. A pot of tea. A middle-aged man in coarse clothes. A tall and slender woman. This woman had light golden curls that casually fell on her shoulders. There was a sense of elegance in her laziness, and her eyes were like gemstones. Her skin was like ivory, and her aura was so noble that no one dared to look at her directly. Her entire body was flowing with an extremely ethereal celestial chi, and no one could tell how deep she was. At this moment, the middle-aged man was sitting by the table and drinking tea, and the woman was serving him at the side. It was very strange. This woman's eyes flashed with a longing expression from time to time, as if she was thinking about someone. If Xiao Han was here, he would definitely be so shocked that he could not speak, and he would definitely roar. Xiao Han knew the middle-aged man in coarse clothes and the tall woman. The middle-aged man was the mysterious celestial that Xiao Han met when he came out of the demon metropolis in the mortal world. He was the one who enlightened Xiao Han and told him the story of the demon god and the egg. And the tall woman was actually Xiao Yunrong, the woman that Xiao Han had been thinking about day and night, and had been looking for all this time. The woman who had sacrificed herself to drink the poisoned wine to save Xiao Han, and betrayed her sect. The woman who was deeply in love with Xiao Han. Back then Xiao Han had been looking for Xiao Yunrong, but to no avail. She was deeply in love with him, but it was as if she had disappeared from the world. However, he had never expected that Xiao Yunrong would actually appear on the floating immortal island that was created by the great celestial power in the depths of the celestial world. She was actually with that mysterious celestial. Moreover, according to the poison that Xiao Yunrong had been poisoned with, she should have died a long time ago. But now she was actually alive and fragrant, and it was obvious that she had become celestial. There must be a huge opportunity on Xiao Yunrong. At this moment, Xiao Yunrong suddenly asked, "Master, where do you think he is now?" "Master, you are good at heavenly cycle divination. You must know." To be continued. Chapter 747. Just as Xiao Han had expected, Xiao Yunrong, who couldn't be found in the mortal world, had completely evaporated. She had actually come to the celestial world. She had completely recovered from the poison. She had actually become a celestial. She had actually addressed the mysterious celestial who had enlightened Xiao Han as master. Xiao Yunrong's poison was incurable in the mortal world. However, for in celestial, this little bit of poison could be easily resolved. $23X. At this moment, the mysterious celestial gently put down the teacup. A doting expression could be seen in his calm yet deep eyes as he spoke with a smile. "Yunrong, your master's only true disciple. Speaking of it, it's fate. It's predestined. At that time, when I went to the mortal world to search for the traces left behind by the demon god, I was destined to meet you." Based on his words, it was clear that the mysterious celestial favored Xiao Yunrong. After all, Xiao Yunrong was the mysterious celestial's only true disciple. At this moment, an expression of admiration appeared on Xiao Yunrong's beautiful face. "Thank you for taking pity on me, master. If you didn't save me in time, I would have died from the poison." "This is fate," the mysterious celestial said with a chuckle. After a pause, the mysterious celestial teased. "Yunrong, you were willing to commit suicide by consuming poison and betray your sect for him. Many years have passed since then. Your longing for him hasn't lessened at all. Instead, it's deepened. Yunrong, you're really affectionate." Xiao Yunrong smiled and said shyly, "Master, please don't tease me," the mysterious celestial said with a smile. "Do you want to know about that person's situation?" "Of course I want to know." Xiao Yunrong blurted out, but immediately felt that she had lost her modesty. She lowered her head and played with the corner of her clothes. She didn't dare to say anything else. She only secretly glanced at the mysterious celestial with eyes filled with anticipation. "Ha ha ha." The mysterious celestial laughed loudly. Then he said seriously, "Yunrong, don't worry. Yunrong, don't worry. That man of yours is growing rapidly and he's already in the celestial world. I didn't do anything to help him. That was because he needed some experience. Don't worry, your man is safe now." Hearing this, Xiao Yunrong's face was full of joy and relief. Soon after, he frowned again. "Master, you said that he's inextricably linked to the remnant traces of the demon god. If the demon god isn't destroyed, then his entire life will be destroyed. It's filled with great tribulations and disasters. This is how to resolve this. Master, you're an expert in divination. Seeing through the past and the future, are you able to deduce his future?" Hearing this, the mysterious immortal looked into the distance and said slowly after a while, "Yunrong. Master's heavenly cycle divination requires a lot of energy to execute. Furthermore, that person of yours, because of the existence of the demon god, his future is no longer something that I can see through. Master, you mean, in the future, in the future. The odds are against him, Xiao Yunrong said in a trembling voice. Then she gritted her teeth. Master, please let Yunrong go find him. If he's in danger, Yunrong is willing to help him. Yunrong, you don't have to do this. The mysterious celestial waved his hand. His calm eyes suddenly shone with a profound light of wisdom. Yunrong, there are no absolutes in this world. The demon god is too powerful. This time, it's parasitized the egg of the cosmic behemoth and has already grown strong. Moreover, with him as its body, it seems that his life and future are completely controlled by the demon god. But there's always a chance, a glimmer of hope. Yunrong, this is not the best time for you to meet him. However, I can tell you that perhaps you'll become the key to his victory over the demon god. There's always been a shadow in his heart, a gap. That is, he couldn't find you back then. Your kindness and love for him are deeply rooted, and you're a hidden demon in his heart. As long as he doesn't know whether you're alive or dead, the demon in his heart will always exist. When you appear, the demon in his heart will disappear, and his heart will truly be perfect. Similarly, the demon god is residing in his heart, and his heart needs to be perfect to completely refine the egg of the cosmic behemoth. The key to success or failure may fall on you, Yunrong. The monster realm. The monster god temple. The most sacred area of the monster realm. If the monster god river was a forbidden place, then the monster god temple was a sacred place. The monster god temple used to be the lord of the monster clan, the great demon god's palace complex. Ever since the demon god was sealed by the group of immortals, the immortal realm had launched several large-scale cleanup wars against the demon realm. Although they did not completely exterminate the demon clan, they had dealt a serious blow to the leaderless demon clan. Today's monster god temple. It was extremely cold and desolate. Only the demon god's most beloved concubine lived in the monster god temple. Luoxiang. There were also some monster maids who served Luoxiang. There was an ancient barren hill next to the monster god temple. Many powerful monster beasts roamed on the hill, howling and swallowing the moon. At this time, in a pavilion on the peak of the hill, a woman with an incredibly beautiful figure, fair and smooth skin, and devilishly beautiful features stood at the peak of the mountain. A devilish wind blew past, and her purple dress gave off a dreamy sound, making her seem like she was riding the wind and drifting away. Of course, this elegance was filled with the smell of monster. Luoxiang. This woman was the demon god's most beloved concubine. She also had an affair with 3 high-rank immortal emperors, giving birth to a monster that was neither immortal nor monster. It was also this woman who joined forces with the 3 high-rank immortal emperors to destroy immortal Emperor Judao's life force. Luoxiang's lips curled up into a faint smile. Shahan? An immortal has actually snuck into the demon realm. Aha, interesting. Those 3 fellows said that Xiao Han entered the immortal realm as a mortal, stirred up a storm in the immortal realm, and finally became an immortal emperor. Then he single-handedly changed the structure of the immortal realm. Those 3 fellows are really useless. Just like before, they were easily bewitched by my fragrance. To be able to raise my child with the help of those 3 high-rank immortal emperors, he has the aptitude of a noble among demons and an immortal. This is a rare miracle. Compared to my child, Xiao Han is like a candle flame competing with the sun and moon. At this moment, whoosh, a bewitching young man in purple clothes appeared beside Luoxiang with a gust of demonic wind. The eyes of the bewitching young man were filled with a demonic smile, as if he was the only one in the world. The young man was the rising ruler of the realm of monsters in recent years, the Crown Prince. He was also the strongest candidate to become the new god of monsters. Mother, there's a sudden phenomenon in the realm of monsters. The monster god river has dried up, the Crown Prince smiled eerily. Does this indicate that I'm about to take over? I'm sure you know about the monster god river drying up, Mother. Luoxiang looked at the Crown Prince gently. It's indeed a phenomenon, but you're talented enough to defeat the monster emperors and the lords of the realm of immortals. There shouldn't be any problems. Yes, Mother, they're too weak compared to me. The Crown Prince cackled. It's too easy to kill them and everything that stands in my way. I'm not interested. Child, you mustn't be careless. Luoxiang flicked her nails. Indeed, you're going to become the new god of monsters and conquer the realm of monsters soon. And sweep through the realm of immortals. Yes, Mother, I understand. The Crown Prince's eyes were filled with excitement. But Mother, it's very easy to conquer the realm of monsters, but it'll take some time to completely conquer the realm of immortals. Luoxiang suddenly let out a sinister smile. She was extremely proud of herself. Child, it'll be very easy for you to conquer the realm of immortals. When the time comes, someone will help you, haha. Oh. Mother, who will help me? The crown prince frowned. Will it be those monster emperors? But they're too weak. All right, child, don't ask too much about these things. You'll know when the time comes. Luo Xiang waved her hand. The crown prince continued to ask, Mother, you haven't told me who my father is? I'm the flesh and blood of the god of monsters? But legend has it that the god of monsters didn't leave any descendants. All right, don't ask too much. Luo Xiang's beautiful face straightened up. I'll tell you, but not now. All right, mother. The crown prince said unwillingly. There was silence between the mother and son for dozens of breaths. Child, go and prepare for the battle for the position of the new god of monsters. You need to deal with those monster emperors seriously. Don't fail miserably. Luo Xiang looked at the crown prince. Also, recently, a human sneaked into the demon realm. He's a low-level immortal emperor. You can investigate him. Catch that human. Yes, I understand. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor's Monster City. In a secret chamber of the mansion. Xiaohan had been meditating in this secret chamber for nearly a month. The demonic power emitted from the palm of the left-arm demon emperor was getting purer, stronger, and more demonic. During this period of seclusion, Xiaohan had perfectly integrated all kinds of demon emperor crystals, secret techniques, and forbidden techniques that were embedded in the palm of the left-arm demon emperor. The power of each demonic technique had reached the transcendent state. Now, the attacking power of my demonic technique has completely surpassed the immortal force in the 100 Lives Saber Dao. Only if I can comprehend the last move that master left behind, the 100 lives return to 1, can I fight against my demonic technique. Xiaohan stood up. His eyes were filled with powerful strength and battle intent. Xiaohan felt that he could pluck the stars and the moon, and shatter the sky with a punch. Speaking of which, the battle for the position of the new god of monsters is about to begin. When the time comes, will I be able to find the 3 vile spawns left behind by the high-level immortal emperors in the realm of monsters? Xiaohan's lips curled into a cold smile. To be continued? Chapter 748. After Xiaohan mastered many demonic arts and secret techniques, he came out of seclusion and found the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign and the other demons. At this moment, Xiaohan's aura was even more demonic. It was simply unfathomable. With a casual movement of his body, all sorts of mysterious halos formed from demonic techniques were released layer by layer. It was inexplicably strange. My lord, in a few days the demon god battle will be held at the Demon Sealing Mountain. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor stuttered. He stole a few glances at Xiaohan, and a glimmer appeared in his eyes. One had to know that back then, the Sky Feather Demonic Emperor was only looking for a backer so that when the demonic crown prince ascended to the throne, he wouldn't be instantly captured and killed. And now, this backer seemed to be more and more reliable and powerful. Maybe he really had a chance to compete with the demon crown prince. In this case, it would be great news for the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign. It seems like this lord has been in closed-door cultivation for a long time. He should be a powerful loose demon without his own forces. In that case, we might as well follow him wholeheartedly. Let's take a gamble. Once he wins the title of the new generation's demon god, I, the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign, will be his confidant and first batch of subordinates. Thinking of this, the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign's heart trembled. It was scorching hot. He served Xiaohan even more attentively. Let's go directly to Demon Sealing Mountain. Ah. I can't wait any longer. Ah. Xiaohan laughed loudly. Now Xiaohan felt that his demonic power had reached the point of perfection, reaching an unimaginable state. After cleaning up, the Sky Feather Demon the Arch led dozens of stronger demons. As Xiaohan's loyal servant, he went straight to Demon Sealing Mountain. The demon realm was as vast and boundless as the immortal realm. From the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign City to the Demon Sealing Mountain, one had to ride a flying demon beast or use a flying demon technique. Xiaohan immediately activated a demonic technique, wrapping himself and the Sky Feather Demonic Sovereign in a bubble. Then a demonic light flashed on his left arm, and with a movement that was illusory, he directly flashed over. This was a greater shift that was even more profound than teleportation. The Sky Feather Demon Sovereign and the others were dumbfounded by such a demonic technique. Monster Sealing Mountain. Demon Sealing Mountain, one of the holy lands of the demon race. The mountain was extremely steep. Its entire body was shaped like a bloodthirsty demonic beast. The mountain was blood-red in color, as if the common people were weeping blood. The entire demon-sealing mountain was bathed in the raging demon qi. It was 100,000 zhang tall. It was a spectacular sight. Xiao Han and the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign stood at the foot of the mountain. The foot of the mountain was guarded by a large number of strange-looking demons. Sky Feather Demon Emperor. Go tell those demons guarding the mountain that we want to enter the demon-sealing mountain and participate in the upcoming demon god battle, Xiao Han said indifferently. Yes, yes. Demon Emperor Tianyu nodded hurriedly. Following Xiao Han's instructions, the Sky Feather Monstrous Emperor hurried forward. Stop right there. Several demons with sharp heads and extremely ferocious appearances blocked the Sky Feather Demon Emperor's path. What are you trying to do? The contest for the new generation of demon gods will begin in 3 days. If you want to watch the ceremony, you have to wait. You can't go up the mountain right now unless you're one of the great demons who participated in the battle. These demons guarding the mountain were not as strong as the Sky Feather Demon Emperor in terms of cultivation and demonic power, and the Sky Feather Demon Emperor already had an extremely strong backer. Therefore, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor said arrogantly and disdainfully, "My master is naturally here to participate in the contest for the new generation of demon gods in 3 days. Get out of the way. My master is going up the mountain immediately. If you make my master unhappy, he'll kill you immediately." The demon clan always spoke with strength. With Xiao Han's current demonic power, he could indeed kill these weak demons for fun. It was not a big deal. Hearing this, the guards of the mountain tensed up and looked at Xiao Han. However, with one look they were also uncertain. This is not one of the Heaven Wasteland Emperor, the Demon Sword Emperor, the Barbarian Mountain Emperor, or the Pihu Emperor, and definitely not the Demon Crown Prince. Don't talk nonsense. My master is a hidden great demon. This time, he's going to win the title of the new generation of demon gods in one fell swoop. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor shouted with all his might. At this moment, an evil voice came from afar, and a majestic aura rolled and boiled. Sky Feather, you trash, how dare you betray me? Now, I'm going to tear you into pieces. Boom! Looking towards the direction of the voice, an ancient golden carriage was coming over from the eastern horizon. The carriage was pulled by 18 giant ox-headed demonic beasts. On the carriage there was a great demon standing with his hands behind his back. The demonic chi around his body soared into the sky like smoke, condensing into the image of a great demon. Behind the golden carriage, there were densely packed demon clan servants. This guy is quite arrogant. Xiao Han smiled evilly. Heaven Wasteland Emperor. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor shivered in fear and hid behind Xiao Han with a face full of fear. Before this, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor was a vassal of Heaven Wasteland Emperor. Although the Sky Feather Demon Emperor was sure that Xiao Han's demonic chi was stronger than Heaven Wasteland Emperor's, the Sky Feather Demon Emperor was also scared to death after so many years. At the same time, where did this wild demon come from? How dare he covet the position of the new generation of demon gods? He's really courting death. Another great demon emperor appeared. This was a skinny demon clan with eyes like blood moons, and one could faintly hear the terrifying howls of wolves coming from his body. He came riding on a demon phoenix with an extraordinary aura. This is the Pihu Great Emperor. His demonic chi is comparable to Heaven Wasteland Emperor. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor said in shock. In the next moment, another great demon emperor arrived with hundreds of demon servants behind him. It was the Barbarian Mountain Great Emperor. Finally, a great emperor came alone with a demon sword on his back. He looked very elegant and had the demeanor of a sword immortal. The Demon Sword Great Emperor. It was said that his attack power was even stronger than Heaven Wasteland Emperor. The 4 great emperors of the demon clan had arrived. At this moment, the 4 great emperors stared at Xiao Han with murderous intent, as if they wanted to swallow Xiao Han in one bite. Xiao Han didn't care and laughed. Oh, the 4 great emperors of the demon clan? The most powerful demon emperor in the demon realm? And also a strong competitor for the position of the new generation of demon gods in a few days. There's also a demon prince, right? Wild demon, the biggest ceremony of the demon clan. A small character like you wants to participate? Ah. Tianyu, you idiot, I don't know where you found a wild demon. But it's fine, I'll crush you all now. The demon emperor of Heaven Wasteland laughed sinisterly. Tianyu has already submitted to me. Xiao Han smiled evilly. His eyes flashed with murderous intent. Since you're all here, why don't I kill you all now? Ah! Suddenly Xiaohan's demonic power surged. In the palm of the Demon Emperor's left arm. It let out a ferocious roar. It seemed that there was a world of the demon clan brewing in it. Moreover, Xiaohan's heart was burning. These guys in front of me are the ultimate existences of the demon clan. As long as I kill them, the human clan will have 4 less powerful enemies. From then on, the human clan will have more confidence to destroy the demon clan in one fell swoop. However, I can't kill all 4 of the demon clan with my strength alone. But the demon clan is full of deceit. If I choose one of the great emperors and kill it with all my strength, I can definitely deter the other 3, so that they won't dare to act rashly. Xiaohan had already made up his mind to kill one of the great emperors. Demon Emperor of Heaven Wasteland, you don't have to participate in the battle for the position of the new generation of demon gods in a few days. You can die here. Die. Before his voice died away, Xiaohan made his move. The 4 great emperors of the demon clan did not expect Xiaohan to take the initiative to attack. In this situation, the 4 great emperors of the demon clan joined forces to deter them. Even the demon prince, who was at the peak of his power, would not dare to face them directly. And Xiaohan, who had deliberately restrained his demonic aura, looked like an ordinary wild demon. But he actually dared to attack Emperor of Heaven Wasteland. Boom. Xiaohan's left arm flashed with demonic light. He didn't use any demonic arts or forbidden techniques. He just used his demonic monarch palm to attack. The power of 8,000 demonic dragons was completely unleashed. The demonic monarch left arm's palm transformed into a gigantic hand that blotted out the sky. 8,000 demonic dragons coiled around it, capable of killing gods and destroying immortals and demons alike. It struck out with a single strike, shattering the void and destroying all life. Xiaohan's swift and decisive attack caught the Demon Emperor of Heaven Wasteland completely off guard. The demonic hand that blotted out the sky seemed to collapse as it directly suppressed the Demon Emperor of Heaven Wasteland. Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor was indeed a veteran Demon Emperor. At the moment of life and death, Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor suddenly released an illusory demon technique. However, Xiaohan's powerful attack had disrupted the order of the surrounding space. This demon technique actually prevented Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor from dodging to an extremely far distance. He only dodged a few dozen feet away. The next moment, bang, 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 bang. The demonic hand that covered the sky came crashing down. The golden demon carriage of the Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor was smashed into powder. The giant ox-headed demon beast that was pulling the carriage was smashed into meat paste. The demon servants that followed behind Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor were smashed into pieces. In a split second, Xiaohan's palm shook and a total of 81 demon techniques blasted towards Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor. Attack demon technique. Hallucination demon technique. Trap demon technique. Deceleration demon technique. Stun demon technique. The densely packed demon techniques enveloped Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor. Roar. Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor let out a horrified roar. One should know that as a veteran Demon Emperor, Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor was proficient in many demon techniques, but only about 50. He never imagined that this unknown wild demon in front of him could actually unleash 81 demon techniques in one go. Moreover, the most terrible thing was that among these demon techniques, there were not many offensive ones. Most of them were interference types. Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor conjured up a demon technique barrier to protect his demon body, preventing himself from being affected by various negative effects. Just as Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor was overwhelmed. Bang! Xiaohan's demonic hand that covered the sky struck out. 8,000 demonic dragon power violently shook. Puchi! Heaven Wasteland Demon Emperor was smashed into pieces. To be continued? Chapter 749. Xiaohan's swift and decisive methods directly blew up the Demon Emperor of Heaven Wasteland of the 4 great Demon Emperors. Firstly, Xiaohan had suddenly attacked, and the Demon Emperor of Heaven Wasteland had looked down on this wild demon, and never thought that the wild demon would turn the tables. Secondly, Xiaohan's pure demonic power had reached the size of 8,000 demon dragons, even greater than the Demon Emperor of Heaven Wasteland's demonic power. Thirdly, Xiaohan possessed countless demonic secret techniques, which were almost the key to Xiaohan's victory. Ordinary demons, such as the Demon Emperor that Xiaohan had encountered in the secular world, basically only had one demonic technique, or at most a few demonic techniques. The Demon Emperor of the secular world did not have many demonic techniques. However, in the upper domain the situation was the same as in the secular world. The same demon could not have too many demonic techniques. For example, the demon emperor of Heaven Wasteland could control dozens of demonic techniques at once, which was already very terrifying. Because controlling too many demonic techniques was equivalent to having too much burden, which the demon body could not bear. Moreover, to control demonic techniques of different attributes at the same time, there would definitely be conflicts that could not be reconciled. And Xiaohan's left demon emperor's palm had in fact been modified by the demon god, so it had no problem withstanding hundreds of thousands of demonic techniques. When it was used, it was like a continuous barrage, with terrifying destructive power. Boom! Xiaohan swept the corpse of the demon emperor of Heaven Wasteland into the palm tattoo on his left arm, and frantically devoured and refined it. Of course, Xiaohan himself also understood that if it was a one-on-one, everyone had talked it out, and then fought, then it would not be so easy for him to kill the demon emperor of Heaven Wasteland. At the same time, Xiaohan also knew that he had already removed a huge hidden danger for the human race. It was only after Xiaohan had completely crushed the demon emperor of Heaven Wasteland, and even cleaned up the corpse that the other three great emperors finally reacted. They were completely dumbfounded. Even the Sky Feather Demon Emperor and the others. They were also dumbfounded. Too fierce. Too savage. Too vicious. Killed at will. Moreover, his demonic power and demonic techniques were also ridiculously high. A total of 81 demonic arts were unleashed at the same time, but his demonic body was actually able to withstand it. He died without exploding. Emperor Longhorn exclaimed in shock. You! The demonic sword emperor's killing intent surged. Demonic chi surged. One must know that he and the Heavenly Wasteland Emperor were extremely close. These two great emperors of the monster race had always been on good terms. They even plotted to form an alliance to resist the Demon Crown Prince. But now, the Demon Monarch of Heaven Wasteland was killed by Xiaohan, causing the demonic sword emperor to go berserk. The other great monarch Manshan's eyes flashed as he hollered. Wild demon. You actually dared to make a move. You're too presumptuous. How dare he kill the Heaven Wasteland Emperor in front of us? However, these three great emperors. Although he was roaring, he did not attack Xiaohan immediately. All of this was within Xiaohan's expectations. The demon race was not like the human race. The human race still had morality to speak of. For example, if their companions were harmed, they would fight to the death to avenge them. However, the demon race was different. The demon race was an extremely selfish and cruel race that only knew how to make use of others. Now that the demon monarch of Heaven Wasteland was dead, the remaining three demon monarchs would not take the risk to avenge the demon monarch of Heaven Wasteland. Moreover, they all needed to accumulate strength to deal with another formidable enemy, the Demon Crown Prince. The Demon Crown Prince was also a cruel and merciless person. In the competition for the position of the new demon god a few days later, the Demon Crown Prince would torture and kill them. Ha 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 ha. Xiaohan laughed wildly as if he had completely controlled the situation. It's no big deal. Anyway, we'll be fighting in 3 days' time. It's the same to kill the Heaven Wasteland Emperor earlier or later. Ah. How dare you insult me? You're courting death. Why, what do you want to say? Of course, if you want to avenge the Demon Monarch of Heaven Wasteland, you might as well join forces to fight against me. I still have many tricks that I haven't used to my heart's content. I can also use them on you and kill you one by one. Still have many tricks that I haven't used? This sentence made the three demon monarchs deeply fearful. As for the Sky Feather Demon Monarch and the others, they were secretly delighted by their wise choice. Ah, I've made the right bet. Following this lord is better than following that Emperor of Heaven Wasteland. In front of this lord, Emperor of Heaven Wasteland is like trash. The Sky Feather Demon Monarch almost laughed out loud. It seems that this lord really has a chance to fight against the Demon Crown Prince. It's not entirely impossible for him to seize the position of the new demon god. At this time, the three demon monarchs immediately communicated with their demon senses. This wild demon's name is unknown, but it's actually this powerful. We can't fight against him now, otherwise the Demon Crown Prince will take advantage of us. Yes, even if the three of us join forces, we'll have to pay a great price to completely kill this wild demon. It's really not worth it. There's a saying in the human race, drive the wolf to devour the tiger. Why don't we deceive this wild demon and let him fight against the Demon Crown Prince? It's best if both sides suffer. Good, that's it. After the discussion, the three demon monarchs immediately restrained their violent demonic aura. Forget it, this one indeed we underestimated you. The Emperor of Heaven Wasteland was too reckless. This matter ends here. However, it's not a big deal that you can defeat the Demon Monarch of Heaven Wasteland. You should know that the Demon Crown Prince is the most promising contender for the position of the new Demon God. You've just released 81 demonic techniques, right? But I know that the Demon Crown Prince also has a special demonic body with a very powerful origin. He's proficient in at least 1,000 demonic techniques. The Sky Feather Demon Monarch said with a gloomy face. These guys are not stupid. They actually know how to provoke and use me to deal with the Demon Crown Prince. Xiao Han sneered but did not say anything else. He directly turned around and walked towards the Demon Ceiling Mountain. The most important thing now is to find a place to refine the corpse of the Demon Monarch of Heaven Wasteland and increase some demonic power. The Demon Crown Prince seems to be somewhat powerful, but it's not a big deal that he's proficient in thousands of demonic techniques. I'm afraid that if I tell others that I'm proficient in hundreds of thousands of demonic techniques, you'll be scared to death. Now, after witnessing Xiao Han's viciousness and brutality, even an emperor was killed by him. The demon race guarding the mountain did not dare to stop him and directly let Xiao Han pass. The Sky Feather Demon Monarch and the others arrogantly followed behind Xiao Han, somewhat like a fox exploiting the tiger's might. Xiao Han directly went up the Demon Ceiling Mountain. The three demon monarchs looked at each other, feeling that the battle for the new generation of Demon God would not be so simple. Then they brought along the demon servants who were still in shock and followed closely up the mountain. On the Demon Ceiling Mountain, the demon race naturally settled Xiao Han and the others. Halfway up the mountain, there were many demon palaces built, and the atmosphere was solemn. Xiao Han, the Sky Feather Demon Monarch and the others entered a group of palace buildings. Many seductive female demons came to serve them, offering the most exquisite demon fruits and pastries. Xiao Han directly entered a secret cultivation room in a palace and warned the Sky Feather Demon Monarch not to disturb him within these 3 days. The Sky Feather Demon Monarch and the others now obeyed Xiao Han's words, almost already regarded Xiao Han as the future overlord of the demon realm, the new generation of Demon God. And the other 3 demon monarchs were also settled in the palace buildings halfway up the mountain. They gathered together to discuss. Finally, they decided on a plan. At all costs they would provoke Xiao Han and the Demon Crown Prince. In the next battle they would try to let Xiao Han and the Demon Crown Prince fight. In the secret room, Xiao Han sat cross-legged. The space around him was filled with towering demon chi, dancing chi and countless demon race illusions and nightmares were born and destroyed. The palm of the Demon Monarch on the left arm was surrounded by a layer of strong light. The corpse of the Heaven Wasteland Emperor was constantly broken down into the purest demon race origin energy, which was absorbed by the palm of the Demon Monarch on the left arm. The level of the Heaven Wasteland Demon Monarch was a little higher than that of the middle-level immortal emperors of the immortal world, and was only second to the high-level immortal emperors. Moreover, the nourishment obtained from the corpse of the Demon Monarch was indeed greater than that of the corpse of an immortal emperor. Therefore, the palm of the Demon Monarch on the left arm was like a fish in water, rising steadily, crazily rising. Good. The battle is coming, increase your demon chi as much as you can. The Demon Crown Prince is said to be extremely powerful, and his identity is mysterious, so I have to be careful. Increasing more demon chi can increase the chance of winning. Moreover, the monster that was born from the 3 high-level immortal emperors and the demon god's concubine is hiding in the demon realm. I have to carry out Master's last wish to find him, and that demon god's concubine is also the culprit who killed Master, so I have to kill her as well. Of course, the 3 high-level immortal emperors must all die. He wanted to avenge his master. However, I don't know where the first-ranked Grand Mist Emperor is now, and I don't know if he will interfere in my revenge for Master. Xiao Han's thoughts were flying as he cultivated. There was still 1 day before the battle for the position of the new generation of Demon God. At this time, an endless stream of demon race came from all directions and entered the Demon Ceiling Mountain. It could be said that the battle the next day was extremely crucial to the future of the demon realm. The new leader of the demon race, the soul of the demon realm, was about to be born. The demon race had been without a leader all these years, resulting in the immortal realm completely suppressing the demon realm. In fact, the demon race also hoped that there would be a new leader, like the all-powerful demon god, who would lead the demon race to fight back against the immortal realm. They treated the immortals as prey, to be hunted and enjoyed the delicious brain juice. Tens of thousands of demon race gathered. In a short period of time, the Demon Ceiling Mountain had gathered the most powerful demon race in the demon realm. Even a large number of old demon race that had been living in seclusion had come out and rushed to the demon sealing mountain to admire the new demon god. Of course, there was no lack of ambitious demon race that wanted to take a share of the loot in the battle the next day. However, the demon crown prince had yet to appear. I've finally refined the body of the heaven wasteland martial monarch. Now I've gained another 1000 dragon force, allowing me to improve further. The pure force in my left martial monarch palm has reached 9000 dragon force. Finally, Xiao Han came out of seclusion. To be continued. Chapter 750. Thousands of demons gathered at Demon Sealing Mountain. It included most of the elites of the demon race. At this moment, countless seats were set up on the huge square at the top of Demon Sealing Mountain. Some seats were suspended in the void, and all kinds of strange-looking demons transformed into human forms and sat on the seats, waiting for the battle for the position of the new demon god to begin. Every demon was extremely excited and nervous, because a new chapter would be written in the future of the demon race. The appearance of a new generation of demon god meant that the demon race had been without a leader for a long time. The battle for the position of the new generation of demon god was on the horizon. On this day, the entire demon realm was filled with a blue sky. The demonic aura in the sky rolled and dissipated, adding a trace of evil charm to the scene. The atmosphere at the top of Demon Sealing Mountain was even more intense, adding oil to the fire. At the center of the mountain there was an ancient altar. The surface of the altar was engraved with inscriptions of the demon race. It was extremely ancient, like a biography describing the life and reproduction of the demon race. The wide altar was originally used by the demon race to offer sacrifices and pray to the demon god, but at this moment, it was used for a fierce battle. The beasts were going to have a decisive battle on the altar to choose a new leader, to lead the beasts back to the peak, which was currently in an extremely low position. The demons watching from all directions held their breaths. On the other side of the mountain there were several camps, a total of 5 camps. These 5 camps represented the 5 largest forces of the current demon race: Demon Crown Prince, Emperor Tianhuang, Emperor Jianghu, Emperor Manshan, Emperor Demonic Sword. If there were no accidents, the position of the new generation of demon god would be produced by the leaders of these 5 forces. Of course, among the many demons who had climbed up Demon Sealing Mountain, there were also some old demons who were ready to take a share of the loot. However, accidents still happened. First, the Emperor of Heaven Wasteland was beaten to death by an unknown wild demon before he set foot on Demon Sealing Mountain. Second, the day of the battle for the position of the new generation of demon god had arrived, but the mysterious demon crown prince still did not appear. The sudden change seemed to make the battle for the position of the new generation of demon god full of suspense. At this moment, the camp that should have belonged to the Heaven Wasteland Great Emperor was now occupied by Xiao Han. In this camp, Xiao Han sat calmly on a throne carved from the bones of a demonic beast. His expression was very calm. His lips curled into a sinister smile as his gaze swept across the spectating demons, hundreds of thousands of demons. None of them were ordinary demons. Some of the demons were extremely ferocious. Some of them had fierce looks on their faces. Some of them were murderous, as if they would pounce on people at any moment to eat them. Some of them had a temperament that was as deep as an ancient well, reflecting the sun, moon, and stars. Some were mysterious. There were many more. Xiao Han looked at the countless demons and couldn't help but lick his lips. That's great. The scene is really grand. It's indeed worthy of being a grand event that the demons rarely see in 10,000 years. The demons that have gathered here are all from the demon clan. Every one of them must have killed many humans and devoured many immortals. Today, as long as I kill all these demons, the human race will be able to obtain complete peace and tranquility. In Xiao Han's heart, there was a huge ambition and aspiration. However, when he thought about it, it was extremely unrealistic for him to annihilate so many demon clan members by himself. I'll kill some of the main leaders of the demon race. Xiao Han nodded slightly in his heart. While Xiao Han was observing the demons, countless demons were also observing Xiao Han. If the Heaven Wasteland Great Emperor and the Demon Sword Great Emperor were all great demons who had been famous for a long time. Although the Demon Prince had only risen recently, he had long been famous in the demon world. In that case, Xiao Han was a completely new face. He was a complete nobody. None of the demons present could figure out where Xiao Han had come from. His mysteriousness was too unbelievable. That caused every demon to do their best to observe, analyze, and study Xiao Han. However, after looking around, they realized that they still couldn't figure out Xiao Han's true strength. They couldn't find any clues from Xiao Han at all. Even though Xiao Han was in the true form of an immortal emperor, they couldn't find any flaws and were certain that Xiao Han was a demon. Xiao Han's mysteriousness, coupled with his method of killing the Heaven Wasteland Great Emperor, made many demons think that Xiao Han would become the new demon god. They thought that Xiao Han would become the dark horse in the battle for the position of the new demon god. Although he might not be able to defeat the demon prince, he could at least slightly disrupt the situation. In fact, among the hundreds of thousands of demon techniques that Xiao Han was proficient in, there were disguise techniques such as the reincarnation technique. Now that Xiao Han's demonic power was so strong, the demons couldn't see through him at all. The camps of the Demon Sword Great Emperor, the Pai Hu Great Emperor, and the Man Mountain Great Emperor were extremely lively and spectacular. There were thousands of demon servants sitting on the ground. They surrounded the three great emperors. On Xiao Han's side, there were only a few dozen supporters such as the Sky Feather Demon Emperor. However, Xiao Han didn't care at all. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor and the others were surprisingly full of confidence. Lord, this time you will definitely be able to suppress the demons and seize the position of the new demon god. The Sky Feather Demon Emperor used his demon consciousness to transmit his voice to Xiao Han. This guy's heart was burning with passion. This way we will be your first batch of subordinates. Don't worry, we will never betray you in this life. Xiao Han smiled nonchalantly. Don't worry, if I seize the position of the new demon god, I will definitely give you benefits. At this moment, the Demon Sword Great Emperor, the Man Mountain Great Emperor, and the Pai Hu Great Emperor, the three senior demon emperors, all had uncertain expressions. They all knew how powerful Xiao Han was. What they had to do next was to sow discord. They would try to let Xiao Han fight with the demon prince first. Time passed minute by minute. The demon prince still hadn't arrived. All the demons on the mountaintop. They couldn't hold back. It became a little noisy. However, the demon prince was the rising talent of the new generation of the demon realm. Therefore, as long as the demon prince didn't appear, the battle for the new demon god would not be held as scheduled. Heck, how arrogant. Xiao Han looked at the distant void in the sky with a faint smile. However, this demon prince will definitely not miss this golden age of the demon race. He's just putting on airs, however. From a deeper level, this demon prince is also very scheming. He's not appearing because he's wearing down the spirit of many demons who are competing with him. When the competitors are anxious and mentally unbalanced, he will come late and wait for them to exhaust themselves. It seems that this demon prince is not a simple guy. He's also good at psychological attacks. Thinking so. Xiao Han, on the other hand, was extremely calm. He was simply calm and composed. He had a look of indifference on his face. At the intersection of the demon realm and the celestial realm, the origin energy of the universe was filled. When the demon realm was in full swing, the three giants of the celestial realm were also nervously communicating. Today, the demon race will carry out the selection battle for the new demon god. The demon race is restless again. After the demon god was sealed and fell, the demon race suffered a destructive blow. Now they've recovered? Are they going to stir up trouble again? Sigh, it's all because we were blinded by greed and were tempted by Luo Xiang. We even did that thing. Therefore, we had to make an agreement with Luo Xiang not to take the opportunity to eliminate the demon race. We must leave a chance for the demon race. Sigh, if it wasn't for that, the demon race would have been eliminated by us long ago. Moreover, we kept making up lies to make the immortals of the immortal world believe that it's not the best time to eliminate the demon race. But now, after so many years have passed, the demon race has actually slowly become stronger again. There's even a hint of a revival. It's all our fault. There's no benefit in talking about this now. Once we break the agreement with Luo Xiang, we'll lose all our reputation. Moreover, we don't even know if the Grand Mist Emperor knows about this. At this point, the voices of the three high-rank immortal emperors were filled with intense fear. It was as if the three high-rank immortal emperors were filled with extreme fear towards the Grand Mist Emperor. This is also the heart demon that has been troubling us for the past few years. You should know that the Grand Mist Emperor is the strongest immortal emperor in the immortal world, ranked number 1. His strength is very close to the demon god in the past. He was able to escape unscathed from the battle with the demon god. Moreover, if the Grand Mist Emperor went all out, he could also injure the demon god. The immortal emperor that the demon god was most afraid of was the Grand Mist Emperor. If the Grand Mist Emperor finds out about our matter, we'll die instantly. The Grand Mist Emperor is an expert in divination, he knows about the past and the future, maybe. Alright, let's not think about the Grand Mist Emperor for now. It's been so many years, but the Grand Mist Emperor still hasn't pursued the matter. This means that he might not know about this matter. Moreover, even if he knows, he won't do anything to us in order to maintain the stability and order of the immortal world. Now, we have to participate in the battle for the position of the new demon god. On one hand, we can't let the demon world choose a new leader to unite them. On the other hand, I have a brilliant plan that can turn the situation around. Realize the unification of the human race in the immortal world. However, this method is to save the country in a roundabout way. What do you have in mind? Assist the child we left in the demon world to ascend to the position of the new demon god. Half of our blood and flesh are in that child's body, so he can be considered as half an immortal, not a pure demon. As long as he becomes the new demon god, we can think of a way to awaken the immortal nature in his bloodline. In that case, our child will eventually return to the immortal world. At that time, the demon world will be under his control. Won't he be able to rule over it, and his life and death will be in his hands? Good. This is a brilliant plan. However, we promised Luo Xiang that we won't take half a step into the demon world. No matter. Our immortal senses will enter the demon world and observe in secret. If our child can defeat his opponent and ascend to the top, we won't make a move. If the situation changes, we will directly assist our child. I believe Luo Xiang won't say anything when the time comes. Good, that's it. Let's release our immortal senses and help our child. Boom, boom, boom. In the blink of an eye, 3 powerful immortal senses flew towards the demon world. The demon god temple. An extremely excited expression appeared on Luo Xiang's devilishly beautiful face. Child, today, you will finally ascend to the position of the overlord of the immortal world. Become the new demon god. In a special world in the immortal world. Under the pine tree, Xiao Yunrong was serving her respected master with all her might, the azure-robed middle-aged immortal. The azure-robed middle-aged immortal was drinking tea. At that instant, his eyes flickered as he mumbled to himself. What a storm. The war between the immortal realm and the demon realm that has existed since ancient times has now slowly entered a very subtle stage. To be continued. Chapter 751. Demon Sealing Mountain. At this moment, the atmosphere in Demon Sealing Mountain was extremely noisy. It had been several hours since the demons gathered. From early morning to noon, a brilliant demon sun, scarlet like blood, hung high in the sky, emitting a terrifying temperature that could burn mountains and boil seas. However, the demon crown prince still did not appear. Finally, great monarch Manshan could not hold it in anymore and roared. The demon crown prince is too arrogant. He still hasn't shown up at this time. Forget it. I'll take it that he has given up the fight for the position of the new demon god. Let's start the battle as scheduled. Among us, a leader will be born, and then we'll send troops to suppress the demon crown prince. The demon crown prince is too cruel, he's a disaster for our demon race. No matter who becomes the leader, we must eliminate the demon crown prince before we counterattack the celestial world. Otherwise, great monarch Manshan became more and more proud as he spoke. His demon servants, as well as some of the fans in the audience seats, also joined in the uproar. At this moment, Xiao Han, who had been meditating with his eyes closed, suddenly twitched his ears. Looking towards the eastern horizon, the corners of his mouth curled into a faint smile as he muttered, "It's finally here." As soon as he finished speaking, boom, only to see. On the eastern horizon of Sealing Demon Mountain, a huge cloud of fire suddenly appeared. The fiery cloud was rolling over like a magnificent army. A terrifying demonic power was brewing in the fiery cloud. Moreover, this demonic power was extremely pure and refined. When Xiao Han carefully examined it, he discovered the demonic power in the fiery cloud. Its density was higher than Great Monarch Manshan's. It was many times more refined than Great Monarch Manshan's. It actually had a smell that was close to the origin power of the demon race. Compared to the demonic power contained in the Demon God River, it was only one level lower. Impressive. He's indeed an impressive character. The 4 ancient great monarchs of the demon race are on a completely different level compared to the demon crown prince. Seeing this, Xiao Han's underestimation gradually disappeared. It was a form of respect. As soon as the demonic cloud appeared, the clamor on Demon Sealing Mountain immediately subsided. The 10,000 demons exchanged glances and kept quiet out of fear. The demonic aura emitted by the fiery clouds caused the blood of the demons gathered on Demon Sealing Mountain to instinctively tremble. Even Great Monarch Man Shan, Great Monarch Bewitching Sword, and Great Monarch Pai, who were no exception. Demon Sealing Mountain was silent. Countless demonic eyes were staring at the burning clouds that were slowly drifting over from the horizon. Xiao Han glanced at the Sky Feather Demon Sovereign and the others who were sitting behind him. Each and every one of them were cowering like quails. His face had completely collapsed. But Xiao Han was fine. Under the pressure of the burning demonic cloud, Xiao Han was like a spring breeze caressing his face, turning a deaf ear to it. Because Xiao Han's heart was protected by the soul of a true demon god, he was completely unmoved. At this moment, the soul of the demon god, which had been isolated, seemed to feel a sense of provocation. An evil murderous aura emerged and began to invade Xiao Han's mind, causing Xiao Han's murderous intent toward the demon crown prince to become more and more violent. He could not wait to rush up and tear the demon crown prince into pieces. Damn it, the soul of the demon god is affecting my temperament. It seems to want to use my strength to tear the demon crown prince into pieces. Xiao Han quickly restrained his murderous intent and observed the situation. The burning demonic cloud was getting closer and closer to Demon Sealing Mountain. Demonic light was shining in all directions, and the entire Demon Sealing Mountain was gradually shrouded in a gloomy atmosphere. Moreover, the pressure emitted from the burning demonic cloud was getting stronger. Under such pressure, there was a huge change in the spectator seats on Demon Sealing Mountain. Bang! 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 A large number of demons with slightly weaker cultivations directly knelt down in front of the burning clouds and shouted loudly, "Welcome, Demon Crown Prince. May the Demon Crown Prince rule the demon world forever." Even the demon servants that the 3 demonic emperors had brought along knelt down in droves. Roar! Get up at once. How dare you? The 3 monarchs roared incessantly, trying to salvage the situation. However, they realized that more and more loyal servants were kneeling down behind them, causing them to lose control of the situation. Initially, the Sky Feather Monarch Beast and the others behind Xiao Han were about to kneel down too. However, Xiao Han released a trace of demonic force and the Monarch Beast crystals on his left arm began to flicker, forcefully suppressing the pressure emitted from the burning demonic cloud, preventing the Sky Feather Monarch Beast and the others from collapsing on the spot. The situation is almost under control even before I show up. Now, the rhythm is firmly under the control of the Demon Crown Prince. If I hadn't interfered today, the 4 monarchs wouldn't have been able to fight against the Demon Crown Prince. There's no doubt that the Demon Crown Prince will become the new God Beast. Xiao Han's thoughts flickered continuously. All of a sudden, something's not right. Xiao Han immediately sensed a subtle scent emanating from the fiery demonic clouds. Apart from the pure demonic aura, there's a different kind of energy ripple in the burning demonic cloud. The energy ripple is very faint, as if it hasn't truly awakened, but Xiao Han's eyes flickered. Then he looked at the burning demonic cloud. At this moment, a bewitching sound came from the burning demonic cloud. It was extremely sentimental and full of evil temptation. The demonic cloud gradually broke apart. Countless graceful figures of women could be seen within. These women were holding various instruments of the demon realm and were currently playing them. They sang and danced gracefully. It was a joyous scene. Moreover, the graceful demonic music contained an even more terrifying charm. After the demonic music, more and more monsters knelt down on the demon sealing peak. Only the 3 monarchs, some experienced old monsters, and the monsters on Xiao Han's side could still hold on and protect their hearts. Soon, the demonic women pushed aside one by one, and a young man in a jade robe walked up. His figure attracted the light and emitted a demonic aura. There was an innate demonic aura in his temperament. It was as if he was born to be the ruler of the demon realm. With a casual movement of his body, countless demonic moons and demonic stars. They surrounded and spun around him. It was as if he was the center of the entire demon realm. He seemed to have walked out from the demon realm of ancient myths. His eyes were like a king's, looking down on the heavens and earth. Demon Crown Prince. The late Demon Crown Prince finally showed up. As soon as he appeared, he was invincible. Especially the Demon Crown Prince's eyes. They were like whirlpools as if they contained the true demon realm. Today is the grandest occasion in the demon realm. Our demon realm has been on the verge of falling apart since the fall of the demon god. Now we need a true leader to rule the demon realm. Otherwise we will be destroyed by those immortals sooner or later. I am the only choice for the new demon god. I hope all of you will submit to me. The demon crown prince said in a matter-of-fact tone. His tone was very calm, without any threatening tone, as if he was telling a fact. However, his face was full of high spirits, looking down on the world, ruling over everything. Today's grand occasion is quite grand. Under such circumstances I can barely ascend to the throne, so let's keep things simple. Ha ha ha. Demon crown prince. It won't be easy for you to become the new generation's demon god. The bewitching sword great emperor roared. He originally thought that there would be a fierce battle to decide the new demon god, but it seemed that the demon crown prince had already taken control of the situation. Emperor bewitching sword? You don't want to submit to me? But it doesn't matter. Step forward and I'll kill you all. The demon crown prince sneered. Meanwhile, Xiao Han. Immortal Qi. In this demon prince's body, among the signs of life, there is actually a faint celestial origin energy. Xiao Han finally saw the difference in the demon prince. Xiao Han already had a huge amount of immortal qi in his body. Now that he was facing the demon crown prince, the immortal qi that he suppressed in his body resonated. In an instant, Xiao Han completely understood. He could wear out iron shoes in fruitless search, but by chance he found it without even looking. The demon crown prince in front of him was the evil creature that was born from the illicit intercourse between the 3 high-level immortal emperors and the demon god's concubine. At the same time, Xiao Han also sensed that 3 obscure immortal senses had already appeared at the side of the demon ceiling mountain. Xiao Han was no stranger to the 3 immortal senses. They were the immortal senses of the 3 high-level immortal emperors. The situation was clear. The 3 high-level immortals had released their immortal senses. It was obvious that they were protecting their son, the demon crown prince. For a moment, Xiao Han's murderous intent was stirred up violently. The 3 high-level immortal emperors were the common enemies of Xiao Han and his master. The birth of the demon crown prince was not only a disgrace to the entire immortal realm, but also the cause of his master's death. When enemies meet, their eyes turn red. Now Xiao Han's entire body was ignited by the murderous intent. At this moment, Emperor Bewitching Sword only roared a few times, but did not make any real moves against the demon crown prince. The demon crown prince's gaze suddenly landed on Xiao Han. Oh, you're the wild demon that killed Emperor Tianhuang, right? I'm a little familiar with your aura. What do you have to do with the drying up of the demon god river? Tell me the truth now, don't leave anything out. Moreover, open your heart and submit to me. With your demonic strength, you can be my right-hand man. Assist me. Of course, if you disobey, I'll kill you. The demon crown prince's tone was that of a ruler and a subject. All the eyes of the demon race turned to Xiao Han. Xiao Han, however, raised his head and smiled. Haha, demon crown prince, you're not a demon god yet, so you can't order me around. Moreover, I heard that your identity is very mysterious? Ah, but I do know who you are. Huh? The demon crown prince frowned slightly. All of the demon race could not help but be stunned. The true identity of the demon crown prince? Your true identity is... Xiao Han roared loudly, bastard. You're a bastard. The worst bastard in the whole world. The lowliest bastard. This is your true identity. To be continued? Chapter 752. The entire demon ceiling mountain was deathly silent. Thousands of demons were silent. This unknown wild demon was actually roaring at the demon crown prince. He kept on cursing with the most vicious words in the world. Bastard was an extremely vicious word in both the celestial realm and the monster realm. Insulting his parents and ancestors. The demon crown prince was stunned like a statue. Bastard. Ever since the demon crown prince was born, he had been blessed by nature and had extraordinary talent. It was as easy as drinking water and eating for him to cultivate all kinds of demon techniques. Other demons, even experienced emperors, could only cultivate dozens of demon techniques at the same time. However, the demon crown prince could master thousands of demon techniques. His talent could be called abnormal. Moreover, the demon crown prince had been dominating the monster realm all these years. His methods were extremely vicious and cruel, and he would easily destroy his enemies' clans. The demon crown prince was simply unscrupulous in the monster realm. Therefore, although many demons hated the demon crown prince, they absolutely didn't dare to scold him to his face. They could only be angry but didn't dare to say anything. It could be said that this was the first time in his life that the Demon Crown Prince was scolded so loudly, and it was so unpleasant. Unsightly. Therefore the Demon Crown Prince was a stupid statue. Besides, he believed that the Demon Prince's bloodline was extremely noble. His mother was the demon god's most favored concubine. Almost no demon in the entire monster realm knew about this, but the Demon Crown Prince knew it very well. He even suspected that he was the descendant of the demon god, although his mother always denied it. In the Demon Crown Prince's heart, his bloodline was extremely noble. Unique. Only he was supreme. Perfect. He couldn't be a bastard. At the same time, the three emperors, Manshan, Sword Demon, and Pai Hu, were frightened by Xiao Han's absurd behavior. Above the demon ceiling mountain, the three hidden immortal senses also emitted angry thoughts. Xiao Han scolded their son in front of their faces. In the beginning, the three high-level emperors were tempted by the fragrance of Luo Xiang and had sex with her, giving birth to the Demon Crown Prince. However, the situation was extremely promiscuous and chaotic. Until now, the three high-level emperors still didn't know who the Demon Crown Prince's biological father was. Later, after some investigation, they found that the Demon Crown Prince had inherited one gene from each of the three high-tier immortal emperors. He was truly a hybrid. But now Xiao Han had called them bastards, which was tantamount to slapping the faces of the three high-ranked celestial emperors. Moreover, Xiao Han's disguise as a member of the demon race was perfect. Even the immortal senses of the three high-level immortal emperors couldn't tell the difference. Initially, these three high-level immortal emperors wanted to capture Xiao Han back in the immortal world. They came up with all sorts of schemes but to no avail. And now Xiao Han was exposed to their celestial senses, but they didn't notice at all. How ironic. The three high-grade immortal emperors didn't manage to identify Xiao Han, but Xiao Han was able to sense the existence of the three high-grade immortal emperors. Even the three high-rank immortal emperors have released their immortal senses. There's no doubt now. This Demon Crown Prince is the most disgusting beast in both the immortal and demon realms. Xiao Han sneered in his heart. Then he slowed down his high-pitched roar and his expression calmed down. Then he used an apologetic tone to speak to the Demon Crown Prince. I'm sorry, Demon Prince. I was too agitated just now, I'm sorry. Sorry? The group of demons was stunned again. They were completely stunned by Xiao Han's sudden change in attitude. Could it be that this wild demon was impulsive and scolded the Demon Crown Prince for a moment of pleasure? Then he realized that something was wrong and quickly admitted defeat? Hearing this, the Demon Crown Prince's eyebrows twitched and then he said sinisterly, "There's only one chance and it's fleeting. Just now, I asked you to submit to me to give you a chance. However, you actually dared to insult me. Forget it, tell me your identity and background now. Bring me there and I'll kill your entire family. Then you can commit suicide yourself." Sorry, I was too agitated just now. Xiao Han hurriedly laughed. It's useless. Offending me means death. Seeing Xiao Han admit defeat one after another, the Demon Crown Prince's expression was also very happy. When I called you a bastard, I shouldn't have been agitated and roared. Xiao Han said very honestly. I shouldn't have scolded you. Because, you're a bastard, a first-class bastard. I'm not scolding you, I'm just stating a fact. That's all. The Demon Crown Prince's relaxed expression became dumbfounded once again. The 10,000 demons were also dumbfounded for a moment, then, ha. All the demons understood that this wild demon was not admitting defeat, but was playing with the Demon Crown Prince. Too bold. Too arrogant. It was said that the Demon Crown Prince was a first-class madman who was lawless. The wild demon in front of them was even more arrogant than the Demon Crown Prince. Under such circumstances, countless demons began to laugh wildly. They couldn't hold it in anymore. In an instant, the might that the Demon Crown Prince had put on airs and created with great difficulty was instantly disintegrated by Xiao Han's words. On top of the demon ceiling mountain, the demons who had originally submitted to the Demon Crown Prince's tyrannical aura now heaved a sigh of relief. The shackles on their hearts were directly released. Since the Demon Crown Prince was attacking the heart, then Xiao Han would give him a taste of his own medicine and attack the heart first. Moreover, the Demon Crown Prince had been too arrogant in his life. He had never failed and no one had ever disobeyed him. He had cultivated an undefeatable demon heart. Xiao Han directly insulted the Demon Crown Prince as a bastard. It was not just for the sake of his tongue, but also to destroy the Demon Crown Prince's demon heart. If he angered the Demon Crown Prince and caused a crack to appear in the Demon Crown Prince's demon heart, then the chance of defeating the Demon Crown Prince would be much greater. At this moment, the three groups of immortal senses in the void were all squirming. They also realized that their son's opponent was simply too powerful. Not yet. He wanted to destroy their son's undefeatable demon heart first. They were angry. The three groups of immortal senses emitted an aura that was truly furious. This time there were three high-level celestial emperors. They were willing to take the risk and release their immortal senses just to help their son ascend the throne. They originally felt that there would be no problem, but now, a ferocious wild demon came out of nowhere. There was a turning point in the matter. Look, our child has also grown to such a level. The immortal nature contained in his body is also about to awaken. This child is currently on the wrong path, but we will help him return to the right path in the future. Yes, once our child joins the Immortals camp, he will be the current #1 genius in the immortal world. Although Luoxiang and I made a mistake back then, we are also gratified to see our child grow to such an extent. Let's not talk about these things for now. The most important thing is to help our child overcome this obstacle and successfully ascend to the position of the new demon god. Everyone who obstructs our child, we must kill them all. What's more, the position of the new demon god must not fall into the hands of other demons. Otherwise the world will be in chaos. Let's wait and see. Once our child encounters any trouble, we will immediately take action. At this moment, Xiaohan also felt the anger and murderous intent of the three high-level celestial emperors. Xiaohan's heart was also restless. You three old bastards, if you can't hold back and attack me, I will be able to expose the Demon Crown Prince's identity in front of all the demons. Even your lover, that female demon, will not be able to establish a foothold in the demon world. I can also take the opportunity to destroy your celestial emperors and make you suffer losses. At this moment, the enraged Demon Crown Prince finally launched a fatal attack at Xiaohan. It was a demonic attack that contained monstrous anger and murderous intent. Wild demon, you insulted me with your filthy words. There is no place for you in the demon world or the immortal world. Die. I will blast you into pieces. Demonic energy swept wildly. The entire demon ceiling mountain fell into a state of despair. The sky darkened as if the end of the world had come. Boundless demonic energy burst out from the Demon Crown Prince's body. Wisps of it turned into scriptures that lingered around the demon ceiling mountain, steaming, twisting, and covering. It was accompanied by the Demon Crown Prince's fatal demonic art. Of course, the main attack point of these demonic arts was concentrated on Xiaohan. They wanted to completely destroy Xiaohan. Demon Star descends. Demon World Demon Sovereign. Demon Fire Immortal Burning. Demon Sky shatters. In a breath's time, dozens of demonic arts were launched at Xiaohan at the same time. Xiaohan did not hesitate. All the demonic energy in his body gathered in the Demon Emperor's palm on his left arm. Demonic light splashed and he launched dozens of demonic arts at the same time. World-destroying Demon Saber. Black-Yellow Demon Tower. Demon Armor. Sky Demon Forbidden Skill. Boom, 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 boom. Demonic arts clashed. A violent hurricane swept between Xiaohan and the Demon Crown Prince. The other demonic beasts on top of the Demon Sealer God, including the three emperors, hurriedly used their demonic arts to protect themselves. They had no reason to interfere in the battle between Xiaohan and the Demon Crown Prince, and could only watch from the sidelines. An unprecedented battle. This is the strongest battle in the demon realm since the fall of the demon god. Amazing. No matter which of these two demons becomes the new demon god, he will lead the demon race to glory again. Some old demons roared hoarsely. They could not help themselves. Bang, 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 bang. Demonic arts clashed. However, Xiaohan was suppressed by the Demon Crown Prince even though he had also used dozens of demonic arts. Ah, I get it now. Although your demonic energy is about the same as mine, the demonic arts and demonic arts you control are too trashy. They are all evolved from low-level demonic arts. Although the quality has been improved, they are not the strongest demonic arts of the demon realm. Ah, you will die for sure. After I kill you, I will refine your demon body into my avatar. Ah. The Demon Crown Prince suddenly unleashed dozens of demonic arts and launched them at Xiaohan with the momentum of a tornado. The demonic arts that Xiaohan had just released were shattered like a bubble. A huge aura pressed down on Xiaohan. To be continued. Chapter 753. Finally, at the peak of Demon Sealing Mountain, Xiao Han and the insufferably arrogant demon prince began a peerless battle. This was a battle of the pinnacle. It could even have a profound impact on the structure of the entire demon realm. On top of Demon Sealing Mountain, the densely packed demon tribe cultivators unleashed their defensive demon magics, forming a protective barrier of demon wind. This way they wouldn't be affected by the shockwaves of the battle between the two greater demons. Even Man Shan, Bewitching Sword, and Pai Hu, the three monarch beasts, had no choice but to be on the defensive. At this moment they finally realized the difference between them and the two monarch beasts. Previously he had wanted to scheme against them, but now that he thought about it, it was truly laughable. Either one of the two great demons in front of them was enough to kill them 10 times over. The three great demon emperors were completely disheartened. As for those old demons who wanted to get a share of the spoils, they also stopped now, not daring to act rashly. The current Xiao Han, boom, 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 boom. The violent pressure was like a huge demonic wall, directly crushing towards Xiao Han. The demon crown prince was indeed extraordinary. With a wave of his hand, he could launch hundreds of demonic techniques of different attributes at Xiao Han. It was simply distorting space, causing chaos and disorder in time. The demon crown prince was too powerful. Xiao Han, who was in the eye of the storm, had no doubt that the demon crown prince was stronger than the intermediate immortal emperors of the immortal world. He was definitely an existence that could kill intermediate immortal emperors in an instant. This vile spawn is too strong. If I bring him back to the immortal world, I'm afraid only a few high immortal emperors would be able to restrain him. Xiao Han understood. Immediately a chill ran down his spine. Damn it! If the demon crown prince led the army of the demon race to attack the immortal world, it would cause a great disaster. The three high-rank immortal emperors were the demon crown prince's fathers. Once the war started, it was hard to say whether the three high-rank immortal emperors would act in the name of justice. As for the number 1 Grand Mist Emperor, he was too mysterious and had not appeared in the world for a very long time. No. I must kill this demon crown prince today. He had to get rid of the hidden danger in the celestial world, and he had to avenge the death of the invincible Blade's master. Die. The demon crown prince must die today. As his thoughts flashed, Xiao Han also continuously struck out with demonic techniques. The arch left arm's palm was completely enveloped by scorching demonic light. The light was so bright that it was even fiercer and more domineering than the sun. With a single thought, Xiao Han also blasted out hundreds of demonic techniques. However, as the demon crown prince said, the demonic technique that the demon prince cultivated and mastered was the supreme and invincible demonic technique of the demon realm. On the other hand, the demonic techniques that Xiao Han mastered were only the demonic techniques of some demon emperors and demon emperors in the mortal world. Although it could be said that the demon techniques of the secular world had been modified and upgraded countless times by Xiao Han, it could defeat the demon techniques of the great emperor of the demon clan in the upper realm. However, in essence it was not a supreme demonic technique after all. Therefore, Xiao Han's hundreds of demonic techniques were destroyed by the demon crown prince's demonic techniques the moment he released them. Hong, a scarlet wall of demonic aura pressed down on Xiao Han. This wall of demonic qi encompassed all directions, swallowed the 4 seas, swallowed the world. It was as if there was only this wall of demonic qi in the entire world. This demonic aura wall was formed by hundreds of supreme demonic techniques released by the demon crown prince. This wall of demonic qi was enough to obliterate everything of the past and the future. Go there now. There are 10,000 kinds in the world. Ha ha ha. Perish. Wild demon. No matter how many of your trashy demonic techniques there are, they can't pose any threat to me. Ah. I was born noble and invincible. Every demonic technique that I cultivate is the secret of the demon realm. Every demonic technique that I cultivate is more precious than all the demonic techniques that you, a wild demon, have mastered. Ah. Originally, if a lowly wild demon like you had submitted to this prince, then this prince would have been able to reward you like a demon dog and reluctantly reward you with a demon technique. But now there's no more chance. I'm going to torture you to death. Hong, the wall of demonic qi sealed off all of Xiao Han's escape routes. It was like the heavens and the earth crushing towards Xiao Han. It was unstoppable. TSK. Enough. This wall of demonic qi contains 437 of my demonic techniques. It's enough to kill you? The demon crown prince simply folded his arms and looked at Xiao Han mockingly. You want to kill me, Xiao Han? What an idiot. You're nothing but a combination of immortal and demon. Filthy. Xiao Han roared in his heart. However, without a doubt, this battle was the strongest battle that Xiao Han had ever faced in his life. All the potential of his life was stimulated. Roars and cries burst out from the Demon Emperor's palm. A demon city. Sky Demon World Destroyer. Demon Dragon Roar. Sky Demon Prison. Xiao Han unleashed 3,876 demonic techniques in one go. This was a demonic technique that was unleashed in an instant. It had reached Xiao Han's current limit. It's true that your demonic technique is of high quality and mine is of low quality. However, I can unleash thousands of demonic techniques in one go against hundreds of yours. I'll wear down your spirit even if I have to. Xiao Han swore in his heart. However, he was also a little unhappy. Xiao Han knew that if he could use immortal techniques, then the 100 Live Saber Dao would also be unleashed. The ultimate moves of the immortal and demon sects would be able to achieve an unimaginable result. However, he had to hide his immortal techniques and Saber Dao for now. Thousands of demonic techniques condensed into a huge savage demon dragon and blasted at the wall of demonic aura. Unleash thousands of demonic techniques in an instant? The Demon Crown Prince glanced sideways. You do have some tricks up your sleeve, but it's still not enough. The Demon Crown Prince was only slightly moved, but he still did not take any action. At that moment, all the demons watching the battle were horrified. The combat strength of the two great demons in front of them made them feel like they were unreachable mountains. Be it the Demon Crown Prince or Xiao Han, they could easily unleash thousands of demonic techniques with a wave of their hands. The requirements for the demon body were too high. Just like the Demon Sword Emperor, he was considered a peak figure in the demon world. However, if he unleashed 100 demonic techniques at the same time, his demon body would definitely be torn apart and he would die from self-detonation. Now, the three demon emperors were communicating with each other in fear. Forget it, forget it. These two guys are too powerful. No matter which one of them wins and becomes the new demon god, he can lead us to counterattack the immortal world. Yes, let's not fight for the position of the new demon god anymore. Indeed, in terms of combat strength, these two can instantly kill us. It's a piece of cake. However, looking at the situation, the Demon Crown Prince has a higher chance of winning. Yes, every demonic technique that the Demon Crown Prince unleashed is extremely powerful. Actually, the difference in demonic power between these two guys isn't too big, but the quality of the demonic techniques they control is indeed a bit different. Boom! 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 Xiao Han's thousands of demonic techniques directly bombarded the wall of demonic aura. Then, puff! 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 Xiao Han's demonic techniques were instantly destroyed. They only left some shallow marks on the wall of demonic aura, but they definitely did not shake the wall at all. The wall of demonic aura continued to sweep over with the momentum of sweeping through the surroundings. It was going to crush Xiao Han alive. A huge sense of danger gripped Xiao Han's heart. My thousands of demonic techniques against this bastard's hundreds of demonic techniques, but it only caused a slight ripple? It's impossible to break this wall of demonic aura? Xiao Han completely understood the difference in the quality of demonic techniques. It was very obvious in a life and death battle. Ha ha ha, little wild demon, your life is at stake. Don't resist stubbornly anymore. Accept your death. Whoever goes against this crown prince, no matter immortal, human, or demon, must be exterminated. The demon crown prince was in high spirits as if he had everything under control. In the void, the immortal senses of the three high immortal emperors. Looks like our son is going to slaughter that filthy wild demon immediately. After all, he is our son. He has inherited our and Luo Xiang's bloodline. Ordinary wild demons can't compare to him. Indeed, we don't need to do anything. In terms of the quality of demonic techniques, our son is much better than them. Good. Our son will become the new generation of demon god. In the future, when the immortal nature in our son awakens, we can recognize him and tell him his true identity. He is not a demon but an immortal. Ha ha ha. Yes, if the Grand Mist Heavenly Emperor knows about this, it will be nothing. Let our son counterattack and eliminate the demon race. The contribution he has made is enough, enough. Ha ha ha. The demonic aura wall was getting closer and closer to Xiao Han. That terrifying pressure felt like the whole world was squeezing towards Xiao Han. It was less than 10 zhang away from Xiao Han. Xiao Han knew that once the demonic aura wall got close and attacked his body, he would definitely be crushed to death. However, Xiao Han had experienced countless life and death battles, and his will was simply like a sword that was sharp and flawless. Even in this moment of imminent danger, he still maintained his exuberant fighting spirit, his most calm attitude, and his viciousness that dared to fight and fight with his life on the line. "Little bastard, it's not enough to kill me, Xiao Han." All of a sudden. Boom! In a breath, Xiao Han released thousands of demonic techniques. Boom! In another breath, Xiao Han released thousands of demonic techniques again. Boom! In the third breath, Xiao Han released thousands of demonic techniques again. Endless, seemingly endless demonic techniques burst out from Xiao Han's left arm demon emperor palm. "Your demonic techniques are of high quality? Good. Then I will release tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of demonic techniques to fight with you." Countless demonic techniques, almost in a few breaths, were brewed and directly blasted towards the demonic aura wall. In a short period of time, so many demonic techniques burst out, causing the left arm demon emperor palm to be somewhat unable to bear it, and some cracks appeared. As for Xiao Han's body, it was also on the verge of collapse. The surface of his skin also began to crack. However, fighting to such a tragic point, Xiao Han did not hold back at all. Bang! Tens of thousands of demonic techniques in a few breaths, all attacked the demonic aura wall. R1152S. Chapter 754. The battle between Xiao Han and the Demon Crown Prince had reached an extremely tragic level. Indeed, the Crown Prince was even more difficult to deal with than Xiao Han had imagined. That was because the demonic techniques that the Crown Prince mastered were supreme demonic techniques that seized the fortune of heaven and earth. Under the situation where their demonic powers were almost the same, the Crown Prince relied on the supreme demonic techniques to suppress Xiao Han. However, Xiao Han's spirit was sharp, and the fighting spirit in his heart could not be extinguished. He fought back. In just a few breaths' time, tens of thousands of demonic arts had been unleashed, causing the left arm of the monarch beast left arm and Xiao Han's body to be unable to endure it. Cracks began to appear on their bodies as blood began to seep out from the cracks. However, the tens of thousands of demonic techniques also caused part of the demonic aura wall to collapse. The demonic aura wall was formed by hundreds of supreme demonic techniques. Now, hundreds of supreme demonic techniques were surrounded by tens of thousands of demonic techniques and caused the wall to collapse. If there were too many ants, they could also bite a giant elephant to death. That was the logic. What? Tens of thousands of demonic techniques in a few breaths. It's earth-shattering and earth-shattering. The surrounding demonic beasts were all shocked. What kind of demonic body is this? How can it be so powerful? It's simply unscrupulous to be able to support such a violent release of demonic techniques. How can his demonic body not collapse with such a burst of demonic techniques? This wild demon is indeed powerful. He has the ability to fight against the Crown Prince. While the demonic beasts were discussing, the Crown Prince's eyes quickly shot out a demonic and vicious light. Shut up. What right does this wild demon have to fight against me? The position of the new generation of demon gods. It can only belong to me. This world is too boring. I just need some dolls to play with. Die. Let me see how many times you can release demonic techniques like this. How many times can you release them? What an idiot. When the demonic aura wall was about to completely collapse, the Demon Crown Prince waved his hand again. In the blink of an eye, hundreds of supreme demonic techniques were released again, repairing the demonic aura wall that was about to collapse. Like a primordial demonic mountain, it pressed down on Xiao Han. However, the continuous release of demonic techniques also made the Crown Prince a little weak. Beads of sweat seeped out, but the Demon Crown Prince's demonic power evaporated these imperceptible beads of sweat. Hong, the demonic chi wall pressed down again, wanting to crush Xiao Han into pieces. Xiao Han's body, tall and straight like a sword. In his eyes, the battle intent had already risen to the extreme. Xiao Han didn't care at all. Within a few breaths, he unleashed tens of thousands of demonic techniques, bombarding the wall of demonic chi. Pooh, pooh, pooh. The cracks on the left arm demon Thearka's palm and body spread and widened. More blood was shed. But Xiao Han's face was fierce and cold, as if he was fighting with his life on the line. The battle situation was getting more and more tragic. Demon Crown Prince, you will definitely die today. Xiao Han waved his hand. Once again the wall of demonic chi exploded. Before the Demon Crown Prince could continue releasing demonic techniques, Xiao Han took the initiative. Another tens of thousands of demonic techniques erupted, forming a demonic aura wall that pressed towards the Demon Crown Prince. Counterattack. After passively defending a few times, Xiaohan finally launched a powerful attack. In Xiaohan's eyes, there was no fear or apprehension, only a violent murderous intent. This kind of murderous intent was something the Demon Crown Prince had never seen before. The Demon Crown Prince realized that he was not facing an ordinary wild demon, but a primordial demon beast. In terms of aura, the Demon Crown Prince was instantly suppressed by Xiaohan. What? Yeah. The Demon Crown Prince quickly released demonic techniques to stop Xiaohan from releasing the demonic chi wall formed by tens of thousands of demonic techniques. However, under the situation where his aura was stolen, the power and quality of the demonic techniques released by the Demon Crown Prince were greatly reduced. Boom, boom, boom. The demonic techniques released by the Demon Crown Prince were unable to completely shatter the demonic chi wall. Instead, the demonic chi wall seemed to have locked the void and crushed inch by inch, emitting a thunderous sound that crushed towards the Demon Crown Prince. Demon Crown Prince. You bastard, go and die. Xiaohan laughed sinisterly. At this moment, under Xiaohan's gaze, the Demon Crown Prince actually had a feeling of not daring to look straight at him. In terms of aura, Xiaohan had actually defeated the Demon Crown Prince. The arrogance, superiority, and disdain on the Demon Crown Prince's face had all disappeared. Instead, it was replaced by fear, dread, apprehension, and even some fear. In fact, it was no wonder. Although the Demon Crown Prince had mastered many supreme demonic techniques, his growth experience was completely different from Xiaohan's. The Demon Crown Prince had been nurtured by Luo Xiang since he was born. He was carefully nurtured with all kinds of demonic pills. Then he tried everything to plant all kinds of supreme demonic technique seeds in the Demon Crown Prince's body, causing him to become an expert of the demon realm. Since the Demon Crown Prince's debut, he had experienced many battles. However, all of the battles were one-sided. They were all slaughtered. He had even killed many demons who had already surrendered. The Demon Crown Prince definitely did not have the experience of turning defeat into victory and seeking survival in the midst of death. Xiaohan, however, was completely different. Xiaohan was born as a living target. When he was in the mortal world, he was bullied and grew up in adversity. He roamed the demon metropolis, defeated all the outstanding talents in the genius zone, killed the immortals in the lower realm, and swept everything in the treasure of immortal Emperor Zhu Dao. After arriving at the celestial world, he personally destroyed the #1 sect in the celestial world. It could be said that every battle of Xiaohan's was soul-stirring. This caused Xiaohan's fighting spirit and accumulation of battle experience to far surpass the Demon Crown Prince. Ha 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 ha. Xiaohan laughed wildly, his blood and chi surging to the sky. Demon Crown Prince, compared to me, you're like a good-for-nothing playboy. An existence like you can't defeat me. Let me slaughter you. Ah. Boom, boom, boom. While speaking, Xiaohan burst out tens of thousands of demonic techniques. They were added to the demonic chi wall, causing the demonic chi wall to simply cover the sky and earth, covering the sun and moon. At the same time, poof, 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 poof. Xiaohan's left demon emperor palm shattered into pieces, and blood also exploded from his body. Such a high-intensity demonic technique was indeed self-damaging for Xiaohan. However, Xiaohan would never give up on killing the Demon Crown Prince. His only thought was to kill them all. No. You lowly wild demon. The Demon Crown Prince's mind was taken away, and he was actually unable to resist Xiaohan's attack. Deep in his heart, the shadow of failure had been born. A huge crack had already appeared in his demon heart. If the battle continued, he would definitely be killed by Xiaohan. No. The pressure of the demonic chi wall caused the Demon Crown Prince to retreat again and again. His aura had weakened to the bottom, especially under the lock of Xiaohan's cold-killing intent. The Demon Crown Prince couldn't even use half of his usual strength. At this time in Xiaohan's heart, the demon god's will was transmitted. The demon god's will let out a sneer, and there was also a hint of praise. Good, good, kill this guy. Kill. The Demon Crown Prince is going to die. On the demon ceiling mountain, the group of demons burst out with horrified roars. They never thought that the Demon Crown Prince would lose. Moreover, it was very likely that he would die now. In the void, the three immortal senses also began to squirm. Damn it. Our child is in a disadvantageous situation. Make your move. Wait a little longer. If we act rashly, we will also fall into danger. Make your move. At worst, we will lose our immortal senses, but we must save our child. In this life, we have cultivated the immortal Tao, and we have not given birth to children in the immortal world. Although the demon crown prince's background is a little awkward, he is after all our only blood. Forget it, we only came here with immortal senses, so we don't have the ability to help our child directly kill that wild demon. Therefore, my plan is to condense all the energy of the 3 immortal senses and save our child. Good. That's it. As long as there is life, there is hope. However, just when the 3 immortal senses were about to make their move, in an extremely distant place, a series of obscure ancient demon language was transmitted to the demon sealing mountain. This ancient demon language was uttered by a woman. Every word was round and bright, with a kind of bone-deep charm, making people willing to die and have their bones crushed. Moreover, it also carried the power of the ancient demon technique. Bang, 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 bang. A string of ancient demon language. With every word, Xiaohan took a step back, and with every step back he spat out a mouthful of blood. His demonic chi wall was also completely broken. The primordial demon language instantly boosted the demon crown prince, who was retreating in defeat. At this moment, the demon crown prince not only regained his fighting spirit and momentum, but also burst out a kind of power that should not have belonged to him. The demon crown prince straightened his back, and the demonic chi all over his body was like the sun in the sky. His voice also became muffled. Wild demon, this time, you will die without a burial place. Ancient demon power. The purest ancient demon power. On the demon sealing mountain, thousands of demons roared. At this moment, a trace of uncontrollable killing intent appeared in Xiaohan's eyes. That demonic woman is here to help her son. Damn it. This demonic woman is the culprit who besieged and killed Absolute Saber's master. Bang, 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 bang. The demon crown prince walked towards Xiaohan step by step, and everywhere he passed, everything collapsed. The battle suddenly turned around. From the current situation, Xiaohan almost did not have any power to resist the ancient demon power emitted by the demon crown prince. At this moment, brat, it's that bitch Luo Xiang who used an ancient demon treasure. With your strength you won't be able to block it, he. But, I can help you, but you have to swear to become my follower. That way I can bestow upon you the power of eternity, ha ha ha. The demon god in Xiaohan's heart let out a strange laughter as it negotiated with Xiaohan. Xiaohan did not fall for it at all, and communicated with the demon god with his thoughts. Forget it, why should I swear to become your follower? Luo Xiang? That must be your beloved concubine, but I heard that she had an affair with a few immortal emperors and gave birth to this bastard. Bastard, the demon god is known as the strongest creature in the heavens, but he was also cuckolded and became a tortoise, ha ha. Roar? Shut up. Forget it. I will give you the power now. Kill them for me immediately. Kill them all. Leave no bones behind. The demon god seemed to be enraged and roared crazily. To be continued. Chapter 755. The battle between Xiaohan and the demon prince was indeed full of ups and downs, full of all kinds of twists and turns. First, the demon prince relied on the supreme demonic technique to suppress Xiaohan. Then, Xiaohan used the undefeatable faith and fighting spirit that he had honed for many years to suppress the demon prince, causing the demon prince to have less than 50% of his strength. Just as the demon prince was about to be killed by Xiaohan, the demons thought that the new generation of demon god would fall on the head of the wild demon, Xiaohan. A shocking change happened again. The demon crown prince's mother had used an ancient demonic treasure from afar to enhance the demon crown prince's body with the ancient demonic power of a supreme being. An ancient demonic power that did not belong to the demon prince was possessed. At this moment, the demon prince's exhausted demonic heart was restored, and he re-established his invincible belief. He felt a destructive power flowing in his body, making him believe that at this moment, he was the invincible demon god. Everything that stood in his way would be blasted into smithereens. Wild demon, you're just an ant. I'll crush you to death. Ah! The demon prince burst into a low, muffled laughter. Bang, 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 bang. The demon prince walked in the void, and a powerful wave of power spread out, causing the entire demon sealing mountain to tremble and float, as if it was about to collapse. The ancient demon mountain was about to be destroyed by the demon prince's aura alone. Ah! Ancient demonic power. Legend has it that it's the most ancient and great demonic power. This demonic power contains a trace of the demon god's will. Run. The demon prince received the blessing of the ancient demonic power. It will destroy the world. It will burst out with the power to destroy the world. That wild demon. He's about to be killed by the demon prince. All of a sudden, the demons on Demon Ceiling Mountain all believed that there was no longer any suspense in this battle. The demon crown prince would kill Xiao Han. Then the beasts all released their demonic energy and flew off in all directions, leaving Ceiling Mountain. They floated in the surrounding void and watched the battle from afar. As they fled, they begged or swore loyalty to the demon prince. Your Highness, you can control the ancient demonic power. Then you're destined to be the future demon god. We're all willing to submit to you. Your Highness, please allow us to temporarily fly away from the Demon Ceiling Mountain so that you can kill this wild demon to your heart's content. Your Highness, after you kill this wild demon, we'll hold a ceremony for you to be crowned, even the demon sword. Man Mountain, the 3 demon emperors and 3 demon emperors had submitted. Those old demons who originally wanted to stir up trouble also bowed at the feet of the demon crown prince. The demon ceiling prince laughed strangely and didn't kill An and escape demon clan of Mountain. Only Xiao Han was left on the huge ceiling demon mountain. Demon emperor of the demon emperors and An and only emperor of An and only demon and An and only one of and only and was An and prince of and was An was of An and had was. Let's leave quickly. If we don't leave now, I'm afraid it'll be too late. That lord is indeed brave, but the situation can't be reversed. The demon prince is already invincible in the demon world. Nothing can stop him anymore. The new generation of demon god is already very obvious. We should also submit. The sky feather demon monarch shivered. He was now faced with a very difficult choice. If he chose to betray Xiao Han, then as Xiao Han's lackey, he might be killed by the demon prince in the future. However, if he insisted on standing behind Xiao Han, the current situation would be disadvantageous. Wait a little more. Demon Emperor Tianyu was sweating profusely. In the void, the immortal senses of the 3 high-rank immortal emperors. Just when the 3 high-rank immortal emperors were about to use their immortal force to save the demon prince, Luo Xiang made her move. The 3 high-rank immortal emperors immediately held back. Luo Xiang, make your move, our son is worryless. The new generation of demon god is about to be born. I didn't expect that the new demon god of the immortal world and the demon world, after fighting for so long, would actually be our son. The world is really unpredictable. But don't let your guard down too much. Let's also keep a close eye on him and not let any accidents happen. At this moment, Xiao Han, in fact, before Xiao Han fought with the demon prince, he already had some plans in his heart. One must know that Xiao Han was not a person who only charged forward and attacked fiercely. Xiao Han also knew some strategies and he would make his move after planning. Xiao Han knew that the demon prince had a trump card. For example, the demon god's beloved concubine and the 3 high-rank immortal emperors. Xiao Han's plan was to directly provoke the demon god when the battle took an unexpected turn and let the demon god make his move. It was impossible for the demon god not to make his move. First, the demon god had not truly fallen. Therefore, whoever dared to fight for the position of the new demon god would be usurping the position. This was something the demon god would never allow. Second, the demon god's beloved concubine had an affair with an immortal and gave birth to a bastard. This was simply a living cuckold. Not to mention the demon god, even if it was any weak man, he would jump to take revenge. Therefore, Xiao Han predicted that the demon god would make his move. As expected, after the demon god proposed conditions to Xiao Han directly ignored it and then crazily provoked the demon god. This made the demon god go crazy. Completely crazy. All of this was within Xiao Han's calculations. However, the only thing that Xiao Han did not expect was that the demon god did not make his move himself. Instead, he passed a wave of power to Xiao Han. He wanted to use Xiao Han to get rid of the demon prince. I will grant you supreme power. My power is enough to destroy the entire demon world. With your body, it is not enough to bear all of my power. No, even 1/10 of my power is completely unbearable. Therefore, I will give you a little bit of power. Ah, your body is not bad. I don't want to make it explode. Just a bit of power. Remember, this bit of power is also very domineering and explosive. Therefore, I don't want to make your body explode. You only have 10 breaths of time. You only have 10 breaths of time to use this strand of power. Moreover, when this strand of power dissipates, your body will show signs of collapse. Yes, power. Accept this seat's power. Suddenly, boom, a mushroom cloud directly rose from Xiaohan's body. In the violent mushroom cloud, there was a power that could destroy everything. Densely packed ancient demon characters blossomed. There seemed to be countless ancient giant demons meditating and chanting devoutly. Worship. A kind that commanded tens of thousands of demons in the demon world. Even an aura that caused all the worlds to worship was released. Ga. The demon prince's body suddenly froze. The ancient demon power in his body suddenly stiffened. The demon prince's expression was extremely strange, and then he couldn't help but tremble. And all the demons around the demon ceiling mountain, one by one, uncontrollably knelt in the direction of Xiaohan. The three groups of immortal senses in the void. This power is so familiar. This is not good. Save our child. This seems to be the power of that demon god. Demon god temple. Luo Xiang's face became extremely distorted. Is it him? Is he back? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. He has been sealed by the group of immortals. Moreover, he abandoned his body and injected his divine soul into the egg of the cosmic giant beast. He can't come back. Child? Luo Xiang roared. Child. Mother is coming to save you. At this moment, the cracks on Xiaohan's left demon emperor palm had been repaired. The injuries on his body had also been healed. Moreover, there was a powerful evil and supreme power injected into his body. This power was greater than billions of divine mountains. This power was deeper than billions of oceans. This power was more majestic than the heavens. This power was more resplendent than the galaxy. This power was more evil than 10,000 demons. This power was more overbearing than a sovereign king. This power, sweep. Ruler. Exterminate. Create. Roar. Xiaohan burst out with a violent roar. Buff, 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 buff. With a roar, the demon ceiling mountain collapsed into dust. In all directions, the void was shaken by the roar and immediately burst open. The densely packed demons with lower cultivation bases were shattered. Although some of the demons with higher cultivation bases did not shatter into pieces, shocking cracks had appeared on their bodies. However, Xiaohan's control over this ancient power that didn't belong to him was still a bit shaky. When he roared, he barely managed to protect Demon Emperor Skyfeather and the others on Demon Ceiling Mountain so they didn't shatter. Then, damn, this power is not easy to control. Forget it, 10 breaths. A few breaths have passed, I must hurry up. Demon Crown Prince, I will crush you to death. The mushroom cloud dispersed and Xiaohan directly grabbed towards the Demon Crown Prince. A terrifying afterimage flashed and the space was shattered like a piece of glass. Shattered. The aftermath of the attack caused the surface of the Demon Crown Prince's body to shatter like tofu. Ah. Mother, save me. The Demon Crown Prince burst out a heart-wrenching scream. At the same time, wild demon. Don't be so arrogant. Puff. In the void, 3 groups of immortal senses completely condensed together and formed a jade-colored immortal hand. There were countless immortal runes lingering on it and it directly grabbed towards Xiaohan's sky-covering demon hand. In addition, in a faraway place, child, mother will not let you die. Boom, a fair jade-like hand grabbed over. This jade-like hand was also steaming with terrifying demonic power, as if it could destroy everything. Boom. Xiaohan's sky-covering demon hand, the immortal hand formed by the immortal senses of the 3 high-rank immortal emperors and Luo Xiang's jade-like hand directly collided. With this collision, 3 kinds of powerful forces directly exploded together. Puff, puff. The immortal hand shattered. The jade-like hand exploded. However, Xiaohan's sky-covering demon hand also lost a portion of its demonic power. However, the sky-covering demon hand only slowed down slightly and directly slapped on the Demon Crown Prince's body. Puff. The Demon Crown Prince's body was like an eggshell. It exploded into pieces. Under the bombardment of the sky-covering demon hand, it directly shattered into nothingness. However, when the Demon Crown Prince was slapped to death, the power of the sky-covering demon hand was instantly exhausted. 10 breaths of time was up. After the power dissipated, as expected, Xiaohan's entire body surged with a sense of exhaustion. He directly took a dozen steps back with a pale face. Lord. The Sky Feather Demon, the Arch, and the others immediately rushed forward and supported Xiaohan. At this moment, the demon body of the Demon Crown Prince had completely disappeared. A seed directly rose from the place where his body disappeared and in a flash, It directly flew in the direction of the demon god palace. To be continued? Chapter 756. After a trace of the demon god's power was attached to his body, Xiaohan finally killed the demon prince who was blessed with the power of the ancient demon treasure. The power of the demon god is enough to destroy the world. TSK. Xiaohan gasped. If it's the power of the demon god at its peak, I'm afraid it won't be as simple as killing the demon prince. But now Xiaohan was extremely exhausted. He kept retreating and was supported by demon monarch Tianyu and the others. Now, demon monarch Tianyu and the others already regarded Xiaohan as a god. The power Xiaohan used just now was extremely terrifying. It shocked the hearts of these demons and made them surrender. Although most of the demons didn't know the source of the power Xiaohan controlled, it didn't matter. All the demons understood. This was the power of the future demon god. This was the greatest power of the demon race. This was enough to reverse the situation in the immortal world. Lord Demon God. Greetings, Lord Demon God. In all directions of the dilapidated demon ceiling mountain, the sound of worshipping filled the air. It was the sound of blind allegiance. My Lord. The sky feather demon monarch stammered as his body shivered. From now on you are the demon god. The ruler of the demon race. The king of the world. Let's go back to your city first. Xiaohan's face was pale. I need to meditate and recuperate. Yes. Immediately demon monarch Tianyu read from all directions. He gathered some demon beasts and a golden chariot. He put Xiaohan on the chariot and directly returned to demon monarch Tianyu's city. Behind him, the densely packed demon clan followed, bowing and scraping. Xiaohan didn't care about the outside world. He focused on recuperating. Demon Qi flowed on the palm of the demon monarch Tianyu's left arm and began to recover. At the same time, his divine soul looked inside. He saw that at this moment, the demon god was no longer shocked and no longer transmitted thoughts. Xiaohan's heart was blocked again. However, vaguely. Xiaohan felt. The demon god seemed to be refining something. Is it refining the energy of the demon river? Xiaohan's heart gradually turned cold. Then Xiaohan's heart became colder and colder. Oh no. The power of the demon god. He was recovering faster and faster. Back then. After the demon god's soul and the egg fused into my heart, they were like a pool of stagnant water. Can't change any of my thoughts at all. Then the demon god's soul seemed to have become stronger and stronger, and it could transmit its will to me. Now the demon god's soul can borrow my hand and use a part of its power. In this case, the demon god's soul is probably close to taking over my body. Xiaohan's heart felt as if it had fallen to the bottom of a valley. No. I must think of a way to reverse this defeat. Xiaohan will not sit and wait for death. I can't let the demon gods devour my soul and occupy my body. Immortal world. At the intersection of the immortal realm and the Yao realm, the origin energy of the universe ran amok. 3 high-rank immortal emperors, Pu. The 3 high-tier immortal emperors spurted out blood at the same time. Their faces that were brimming with vitality turned pale in an instant. Moreover, within the paleness there was palpitation, malevolence, anger, and a trace of fear. Our children were killed by that wild demon. Damn it. Our immortal consciousnesses were also destroyed. Even our real bodies were affected. Don't be impatient. Our child's physical body was destroyed, but a trace of his divine soul was brought back by Luo Xiang. I believe that Luo Xiang will definitely think of a way to revive our child. However, the power that killed our child seemed to be the power of a demon god. The power of the demon gods that swept through both the immortal and Yao realms in the past. Could it be that the demon gods have returned? Impossible. The demon gods lost their physical bodies and attached their souls to an egg. We sealed the egg. The demon gods must have perished. There's no way they can be revived. Could it be that the wild demon obtained a treasure left behind by the demon gods? No matter what, the wild demon has killed our child and seized the position of the new demon gods. He will definitely plot a counterattack against the immortal world. We can't sit and wait for death. Back then we were concerned about our child. After all, the position of the new Yao god was already set in stone, and it should belong to our child. That's why we endured and didn't completely destroy the Yao realm. But now the situation has changed. We can't remain silent any longer. Let's break this stalemate and avenge our child. Alright. We'll issue an order to the immortal world in our names. War? We need war. We must wage war against the Yao realm. We must destroy the Yao realm. Kill that wild demon. All right. Issue the order. Gather all the immortals and immortal emperors. Summon the hidden immortal emperors to form an army and march against the Yao realm. There's no time to lose. We must destroy the wild demon before his wings are fully formed. We can't give him a chance to unify the Yao realm. In the past, the Yao realm was a motley crew of loose sand, nothing to worry about. But now that they have a new leader, they're a force that can't be ignored. We can't give them that chance. In an instant, the deep and desolate voices of the 3 high-rank immortal emperors echoed across every inch of the immortal world. Immortals, the human race and the Yao realm have been at war for generations. Before that, we sacrificed the lives of countless young immortals to seal the demon gods and obtain peace and stability. But now the Yao realm is on the move again. They have elected a new demon god and are about to launch a counterattack against the immortal world. We don't want to see our people destitute. We have the responsibility to fight. We will march straight into the Yao realm and destroy the Yao realm. Our army will enter the Yao realm and wipe out the Yao realm. Perhaps a large number of immortals will give up their lives, but for the sake of future peace so that our human race will no longer be invaded by the evil Yao realm, we have no reason to retreat. Even if we die, we have no regrets. The righteous voices spread across the immortal world, causing the blood of countless immortals to boil with excitement. Some of the immortal emperors who lived in seclusion came out. The atmosphere in the immortal world was tense. A war was about to break out. The Yao realm. The Yao God Palace. At this moment, Luo Xiang also had a dispirited expression. Just now, she had exchanged a palm strike with Xiao Han, causing her to be heavily injured. Luo Xiang's heart skipped a beat. That's his power. Did he return to the Yao realm? But that's impossible. Judging from his domineering attitude, once he returns he will definitely start a massacre in the immortal world and he will come to kill me. No. Furthermore, the power he displayed is many times weaker than before. It seems that the wild demon obtained some of the treasures he left behind. At that moment, a wisp of soul seed circled around Luo Xiang like a will-the-wisp and let out a venomous voice. Mother, save your child. Your child's physical body has been completely destroyed. Your child can't resist that power. That wild demon can't possibly have such power. Your child can't accept this. Your child must take revenge. Your child must tear that wild demon into 1,000 pieces. It was the voice of the demon prince. Then, the wisp of soul seed began to wriggle and transform into a face. It was the face of the demon prince, and it looked very ferocious. Sighed, my child, your body is completely destroyed. Luo Xiang sighed softly. No, mother. You can definitely save me. Even if my body is destroyed, my wisp of divine soul hasn't completely dissipated. Mother can help me reconstruct my body? My child, after losing your body, your divine soul won't be able to exist in this world for long. Without the support of a body, your divine soul will quickly wither. Luo Xiang said with melancholy. No, mother. You can choose a new body for me. The demon prince's divine soul let out a horrified wail, as if he was very afraid that his divine soul would dissipate. My child, your body is very powerful. It's a rare demon body in the entire demon world. Only the most powerful body can host your divine soul. A weak body can't bear your divine soul at all, and it will explode and shatter. Now, in the entire demon world, even in the entire immortal world, there's no body to host your divine soul. Strangely, Luo Xiang's voice suddenly became calm. This calmness made people feel fear and their scalps tingle. No. Mother. If I can't find a body to host my divine soul, will my divine soul be annihilated? No. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I still want to unify the immortal world and the demon world, and fulfill my great ambition. The demon prince let out a hysterical roar. My child, calm down first. Luo Xiang said calmly, now there's only one way to save my child and let my child return to the world. Mother, what is it? What is it? Now, no matter what it is, I'm willing to try it. Use the method used by the demon god in the past. At this moment, Luo Xiang's eyes flashed with a strange luster. At that time, the demon god had great willpower, destroyed his own body, and hosted his divine soul in an egg of a cosmic giant beast, in an attempt to hatch it. Once it hatches, it will be the most terrifying creature in the universe. And this kind of cosmic giant beast's egg. There are a total of two. Luo Xiang said calmly with a voice that was almost perverted. At that time, the demon god hatched one of them, and the other egg of the cosmic giant beast was hidden by me. The demon god hatched the male egg and the remaining one is the female egg. To be continued. Chapter 757. Child, the only way to let you return to the world now is to imitate the demon god's method. Place your divine soul in an egg of a giant cosmic beast. Hatch it. Hatch it. However, this egg of a giant cosmic beast is female. As she spoke, Luo Xiang's bewitching eyes shone with a sinister light. There was also a hint of heat and ambition in her eyes. A female egg. Mother, this. The demon prince was a little confused. Child, listen to your mother, Luo Xiang said seriously. Because your demon body is too strong, there is no physical body in the world that can place your divine soul. Child, your background is very complicated, you are destined to be strong and extraordinary from the moment you are born. Now, the only thing that can place your divine soul in is the egg of a giant cosmic beast. This giant cosmic beast is called Heaven-Devouring Beast. In the past, Lord Demon God used supreme divine abilities and demon techniques to understand this universe. In this universe, the lowest level is the mortal world. There are humans in the mortal world and there are also us demons, but we all have the lowest bloodline. Then there is the upper realm, the demon realm, the immortal realm. So, is the upper realm the whole universe? Actually, it is not. Outside the immortal realm and the demon realm is a chaotic universe. In the universe, there is chaotic energy, many celestial bodies, and also the demon realm and the immortal realm like us. However, there. Read. XSTXT in the boundless universe, there were many other races. There are the insect clan monsters. However, these races are far less powerful than us demons and immortals. However, there is a type of giant beast. Heaven-Devouring Beast. But it is the most powerful existence in the universe. The heaven-devouring beast can devour heaven and earth, and its physical body is simply invincible. Even Lord Demon God couldn't kill a heaven-devouring beast. Fortunately, this kind of heaven-devouring beast is very rare, and its intelligence is very low. Otherwise, the ones to rule this universe wouldn't be immortals, nor would it be the demons. The demon god's ambition is very great. He was inspired to become the most powerful existence in the universe. Therefore, he worked hard all his life, constantly searching in the universe. After many disasters, he finally found 2 eggs of the heaven-devouring beast. 1 female and 1 male. These 2 eggs. He was brought back to the demon realm by the demon god. After all, the intelligence of a heaven-devouring beast is extremely low. Thus, the demon god came up with a solution, and that was to destroy his own body and then seep his soul into the egg of the heaven-devouring beast. It devoured the extremely low divine soul. This way, when it hatched, it would have the intelligence and soul of a Yao god, and the invincible body of a heaven-devouring beast. The various demonic arts of the demon gods would also be inherited by the heaven-devouring beast. In this way, the most invincible existence in the universe will be born. No one can defeat this monster. It can swallow the entire immortal world in one go. Right now, the Yao god has used a male heaven-devouring beast egg, leaving behind a female egg. I don't have the courage to abandon my body. Furthermore, even if I use my divine soul to enter the egg, I don't have enough power to hatch it. Now that your physical body has been destroyed, you can make use of this female heaven-devouring beast egg. However, there are 2 things that are very important right now. Firstly, if you hatch the egg of a female heaven-devouring beast, you'll become a woman. Secondly, the process of hatching an egg requires too much energy. What? Mother, I'll become a woman? For a moment, the demon crown prince was a little confused. Then, no. How can I become a woman? Mother. This is absolutely impossible. The demon crown prince yelled. Indeed, for a handsome man to become a woman, this was indeed something that could not be accepted. Shut up. Luo Xiang reprimanded sternly. Do you want to die or be reborn? If you want your soul to dissipate, just pretend that I never said this. The demon crown prince was stunned. Mother, other than this method is there no other way? The demon crown prince's voice trembled in fear. However, Luo Xiang's voice was very cold. Either you take a risk and attach your divine soul to this female heaven-devouring beast egg and change your sex, or you die. Apart from this, there is no third possibility. Ah! The demon crown prince screamed like a wounded and dying beast. Son, think about it yourself. Live or die. Luo Xiang said indifferently. After dozens of breaths, a wisp of the demon crown prince's divine soul burst out with a mournful voice. Mother, I am willing to live. Of course I am willing to live. Even if I become a woman, I will live. Roar. Wild demon. I must kill you. I must tear you into pieces. It was you who forced me into such a situation. It was you who put me in a dead end. Roar. I will definitely kill you. All right, child, don't be weak and useless barking here, Luo Xiang scolded. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. Child, once your soul seeps into the egg of the female heaven-devouring beast and hatches, your fleshly body will be invincible, and you'll be a terrifying creature that can devour the universe. Most frightening of all is that you'll possess extremely high intelligence, and you'll be able to inherit your current thoughts and demonic arts. The wish that the demonic god was unable to fulfill back then might be fulfilled by you, child. Child, you'll be able to rule the world and become invincible throughout the universe. The demon crown prince's noisy barking subsided. He seemed to have completely accepted the reality. Mother, once I succeed, will I really be invincible? Can I kill that wild demon? But that wild demon seems to control some of the demon god's power. I'm afraid. There's nothing to doubt. Once you succeed, that wild demon will die no matter where he comes from. Child, you can easily crush him. Even if Lord Demon God is reborn, he will not be a match for you. Luo Xiang was very sure. That's great. The demon crown prince said excitedly, then paused. However, mother, even if my divine soul can seep into the female heaven-devouring beast egg, the incubation process will be very long. Moreover, it needs too much energy to hatch. The demon god's plan failed. It was sealed by the immortals before it hatched. I'm afraid it was stuck because it didn't have enough energy during the incubation process. Now, if I want to hatch it, the energy is a problem. As for the energy for the incubation, mother will think of a way. Now, child, your divine soul, rest first. Tomorrow, mother will personally protect you and let your divine soul fuse into the female heaven-devouring beast egg. After saying that, Luo Xiang activated her demon power, wrapped the demon crown prince's divine soul, and then left. Humph! There are 2 eggs of the heaven-devouring beast. This is the greatest secret of the immortal realm and the monster realm. Luo Xiang stood at the edge of the cliff, her clothes fluttering in the wind, as if she was about to fly away. Only the demon god and I know this secret. Even the immortals don't know. Lord Demon God used his great demon power to conceal the aura of the 2 heaven-devouring beast eggs. Now, the only one left is the female heaven-devouring beast egg. For my child. For my child. However, the energy needed for the incubation is indeed a huge problem. Without a particularly powerful energy, it will take billions of years for the egg to hatch. That's too long. By then, even the universe will be destroyed and my child won't be reborn. Luo Xiang began to ponder. Her enchanting eyes flickered with the luster of many crafty plots and schemes. Finally, let's do it this way. Luo Xiang seemed to have come up with a plan. Soon Luo Xiang turned around and entered the monster god palace. Luo Xiang walked through the corridors and finally arrived at an extremely secret side hall. The hall was filled with an aura that had been sealed for a long time. A treasure chest was placed at the center. On the surface of the treasure chest, there was some special energy that was sealed. Luo Xiang walked over and opened the treasure chest with a wave of her hand. Inside was a shiny white egg. The egg was only about 1 meter long. The surface of the eggshell was covered with some cloud patterns. On the surface of the eggshell, there were many demon race inscriptions that formed a seal that sealed the aura of the egg. However, one could still vaguely sense a monstrous and invincible aura from the egg. Suddenly, Luo Xiang's entire body surged with a whirlpool-like demonic aura, and within this demonic aura was an indescribable spatial energy. Soon after, Luo Xiang concentrated her attention and used her demonic energy that contained the power of space to carve on the surface of the eggshell. Each stroke seemed to consume a great deal of Luo Xiang's demonic qi. Gradually, a space formation took shape on the surface of the eggshell. The space formation was extremely profound and mysterious. It was like a vortex. After completing the space formation, Luo Xiang took out a voice transmission stone. You guys, do you want to save your child's life? Your child's body has been destroyed, leaving only a wisp of his divine soul. He will soon perish completely and cease to exist in the 3 realms and 5 elements. I know that although you guys are high-rank celestial emperors of the immortal world, you don't have any children. The Demon Crown Prince is your only flesh and blood. Do you want to save your son now? Luo Xiang's voice was transmitted to the intersection between the demon realm and the immortal world through the voice transmission stone. The three high-rank celestial emperors circled around each other. A voice transmission stone appeared in the middle, and Luo Xiang's voice came out. What? Our son is going to perish? His divine soul is going to perish? Luo Xiang, you must think of a way to save our child. We can't let our child die. The three high-rank celestial emperors cried out. Of course we will do our best to help our child revive. After all, this child has the genes of an immortal in his blood, so he isn't completely demonic. One day we might be able to wash away the demonic chi and demonic nature from his body and turn him into an immortal. Good. Since you have the heart to save your son, then listen to my instructions. I will set up a space teleportation formation in the immortal world. Command all the immortals to use their immortal weapons, artifacts, and immortal arts to attack the space teleportation formation. Luo Xiang's eyes flickered with excitement. To be continued? Chapter 758. In order to resurrect the Crown Prince, Luo Xiang had taken the initiative to communicate with her three lovers, the three advanced immortal emperors of the immortal world. Luo Xiang's plan was to set up a teleportation formation directly in the immortal world. Then all the immortals in the immortal world would use their power to attack the teleportation formation. Although Luo Xiang's voice was indifferent, her bewitching eyes were burning with excitement and evil demonic flames. On the other side of the sound transmission stone, the voices of the three high-grade celestial emperors were trembling and filled with doubt. Luo Xiang, teleportation formation? What spatial array? But don't worry, we've already gathered the army of the immortal world to attack the demon realm. When the time comes, we'll definitely kill that wild demon and avenge our son. Of course, our son's soul hasn't perished yet, and we'll do everything in our power to bring him back to life. However, what exactly is up with that spatial formation? Shut up. Stop jabbering on and on. Luo Xiang coldly berated. Immediately after, he spoke in a tone that did not allow for any explanation. Don't be noisy. I have my own plans for the teleportation array. This is the only way to save your son. Otherwise your son will vanish into thin air. Let me tell all of you. Once my son dies, then I'll announce what happened between all of you and me to the immortal world. At that time, all of you will be utterly disgraced and won't be tolerated by the world. No. Luo Xiang, don't force us to read =abdo. This matter must not be told to anyone. Back then you also promised us that you would keep your mouth shut. That's why we forget it. To save our child. In that case, we didn't ask any more questions. I believe that you also want me to be reborn. After all, half of your blood is in me. The three high-rank celestial emperors finally gave in. Luo Xiang nodded her head in satisfaction. In a few days I will bring this spatial transfer array to you. The projection reached the immortal world. Tell your immortal army not to attack the Yao realm for the time being. In short, you must think of a way to deceive the immortals of the immortal world about the teleportation array. Don't let them suspect anything. Moreover, you have to use supreme immortal energy to conceal yourself, so that the immortals won't be able to find any clues. All you need to know is one thing. Send all your attacks into the teleportation array. Don't stop. This was a teleportation array. It concerns the life and death of the Demon Crown Prince and our common son. We can't be negligent. Dozens of breaths later, forget it. Luo Xiang will do as you say. However, that wild demon. Enough. That wild demon doesn't count for much. The power he released contained traces of a demon god, but it was definitely not a demon god. If a demon god had been reborn, the first thing it would have done would have been to kill us. After all, I had made a cuckold out of the monster god and he would not tolerate it. That wild demon had only obtained a trace of the demon god's power. He was nothing. As long as our son can be reborn, then killing that wild demon will be as easy as blowing off dust. Very well, let's let our son be reborn and kill that wild demon with his own hands, so that the inner demon in his heart will not be born. The call ended. Jie, my plan has almost succeeded. Son, you will definitely be resurrected. Luo Xiang gently closed the lid of the box that contained the egg of the heaven-devouring beast. He walked out. Xiao Han still did not know about Luo Xiang's plan to resurrect the demon prince. He was recuperating in the city where the sky feather demon monarch was. Now, the entire demon world and billions of demon clans had submitted to Xiao Han. They called Xiao Han the new generation of demon god. They worshipped him as their leader. However, as a human, Xiao Han did not bother to deal with these demon clans. He only sent some minions under the Sky Feather Demon Monarch, but perfunctorily dismissed the demons. Xiao Han even completely ignored the Sky Feather Demon Monarch, the Barbarian Mountain Emperor, and the Demon Sword Emperor. The demons were afraid of Xiao Han and did not dare to stay outside the Sky Feather Demon Monarch city. After flattering him for a while, they all retreated. In the palace of the Sky Feather Demon Monarch city, Xiao Han sat high up in the seat of honor. At this moment, Xiao Han's body was still a little weak. After borrowing a part of the demon god's power, Xiao Han was almost exhausted. If not for his strong foundation, it would not have been as simple as recuperating now. Damn, in order to kill the demon prince, I am also exhausted. Although the demon god's power is violent, the side effects are too great. Xiao Han was secretly resentful. Then he was very vigilant about the demon god's current state. When killing the demon prince, the demon god only added a trace of power to Xiao Han, which made him feel that this power was enough to destroy the world. Once the demon god recovered its power at its peak and even hatched the egg of the cosmic giant beast, then, oh no! With my strength, I can't fight against the demon god at all. Xiao Han was very worried. Now that he looked inside his heart, he found that the demon god had completely concealed his aura. Xiao Han had no idea how the demon god was wreaking havoc in his heart. He only vaguely felt that the demon god was brewing and refining. No, I have to refine and control the magic treasure that Master left for me as soon as possible. I have to get the last move of the 100 Lives Saber Dao and kill the demon god's soul. Xiao Han's eyes were filled with determination. Then Xiao Han looked directly at the Sky Feather Demon Monarch. Sky Feather, Xiao Han said indifferently. Yes, yes, Lord. What can I do for you, Lord? The Sky Feather Demon Monarch immediately ran over, his face full of a flattering smile as if he could not wait to kneel down. Sky Feather, although I killed the demon prince, it seems that a trace of his divine soul escaped. Moreover, the demon prince also has a background and a backer. Xiao Han's eyes turned. In order to prevent the demon prince from making a comeback, and to eradicate the force behind the demon prince, I need to go into seclusion. Yes, yes, Lord, please go into seclusion, the Sky Feather Demon Monarch said hurriedly. I need an area where the energy does not leak. Xiao Han's eyes flashed. If he went into seclusion in the city of the Sky Feather Demon Monarch, refining the immortal weapon and the 100 Lives Saber Dao, the demon race would definitely notice. At that time, Xiao Han would also be in a passive situation. Therefore, Xiao Han needed an area where the energy was stable and would not leak. This? An area where the energy does not leak at all? The Sky Feather Demon Monarch was stunned and showed a thoughtful expression. Lord, you can go to the area where the demon realm and the universe intersect. That is the vast universe, a different world from the demon realm. Oh. Xiao Han was stunned. Yes. Lord, that place should be a special intersection point between the demon realm and the universe. A door. If you go into seclusion there, the energy will not leak to the demon realm. At that intersection point, there are only some weak zergs and cosmic life forms in the universe that will not threaten Lord. Unless it is a cosmic giant beast like the sky-swallowing beast. But the number of sky-swallowing beasts is very small, there are only a few of them in the entire universe. Lord should not encounter a sky-swallowing beast. The Sky Feather Demon Monarch said hurriedly. Sky-swallowing beast? Xiao Han was stunned. The Sky Feather Demon Monarch said in a low voice. Yes, Lord, the sky-swallowing beast. It was the strongest creature in the universe. Back then, the demonic god had found an egg of a heaven-devouring beast and tried to use it as a parasite. However, in the end, the demonic god had sealed it away. However, it was still a mystery whether or not heaven-devouring beasts still existed in the universe. I'm afraid that this heaven-defying cosmic creature has long been extinct. So this cosmic giant beast is called the sky-swallowing beast. Xiao Han nodded thoughtfully and then said decisively, All right, I will go to the intersection point of the demon realm and the universe and cultivate in seclusion. That way nothing will disturb me. Yes, yes, Lord. The next day, Luo Xiang walked toward the palace where the female sky-swallowing beast egg was secretly placed. A wisp of the demon crown prince's divine soul followed closely beside Luo Xiang. Mother, I feel that my divine soul is a little cold. It is much weaker than yesterday. Mother, it seems that if I don't find a body to parasitize soon, my divine soul will die. The demon crown prince's divine soul let out a frightened voice. "Alright, child, today I will let you parasitize the egg of the sky-swallowing beast." Luo Xiang's eyes were also filled with eagerness. "Moreover, you don't have to worry about the energy needed to hatch the eggshell. I have my own ways." Kiki. I can't wait anymore. What Lord Demon God failed to accomplish back then, I will accomplish with you. Child, you may become the strongest creature in the universe. This time, that wild demon destroyed your physical body. Perhaps it was destroyed and rebuilt. Soon Luo Xiang brought the demon crown prince to the palace. She opened the box. The egg of the sky-swallowing beast, whose aura was sealed by the power of the demon god, appeared. At this moment, a little closer to the egg of the sky-swallowing beast, one could feel the terrifying life fluctuations emanating from it. If there was no seal of the power of the demon god, perhaps this life fluctuation would spread to the entire demon realm and the immortal realm, causing a sensation. Child, let's begin. Burn your divine soul and let it seep into the eggshell. Fuse your divine soul with the life fluctuations in the egg. Luo Xiang said sternly. Forget it, mother, I have no choice." Suddenly, the demon crown prince's divine soul burst out with an incomparably bright light. Like a meteor crossing the sky. Pooh! The demon crown prince's divine soul directly rushed into the eggshell. The egg trembled slightly. Parasitism. The demon crown prince's divine soul was completely parasitized in the egg of the sky-swallowing beast. Now he needed enough power to hatch it. Once hatched, he would be the demon crown prince with the body of the sky-swallowing beast. He would be invincible in the universe. Rise? In the next moment, Luo Xiang waved her hand, and the spatial array she engraved on the surface of the sky-swallowing beast's eggshell suddenly glowed brightly and floated up. The spatial array changed into two. One still landed and attached to the surface of the eggshell, and the other flew directly to the immortal realm. There was a subtle spatial connection between these two spatial arrays. Although there were two, it seemed to be only one, inseparable from each other. At least, the two spatial arrays connected the eggshell and the immortal realm. I wish everyone a happy new year. In the new year, I sincerely hope that everyone is healthy, successful in their work and successful in their careers. Those who haven't found their other half, successfully find their other half and find happiness. Those who are still studying hope to be able to enter the school they like. Thank you for your support this year. Kata. To be continued. Chapter 759. Luo Xiang's plan to resurrect the demon prince had officially begun. This was the egg of the cosmic behemoth, the heaven-devouring beast. The female was the secret of both the immortal realm and the monster realm. The demon prince had already ignited his soul, pushing it to its limit. Then, his soul seeped into the egg and fused with the heaven-devouring beast's life force. The step was very smooth. First, although the heaven-devouring beast was the strongest creature in the universe, the egg had not hatched yet. The life force within it did not possess intelligence. It was like a child that could be easily tricked. Moreover, the heaven-devouring beast had extremely low intelligence even after it reached adulthood. It was a monster that only knew how to destroy and kill. It basically could not think, so it could be controlled before hatching. After the demon prince's soul was parasitized, it began to fuse with the heaven-devouring beast's life force. Now, the egg of the heaven-devouring beast had officially entered the incubation period. Luo Xiang had expended a lot of effort, expending her demonic energy and even her life force to engrave the mysterious spatial array on the surface of the egg, and it finally worked. The array was like a mirror with two sides but also one and the same. It's done? Luo Xiang stared at the teleportation formation in the palace. Her face was a little pale and exhausted, but she was excited. A strange and mysterious glint flickered in her demonic eyes, and her voice trembled uncontrollably. That's great. That was great. This plan, one that even the demon god failed to succeed in the past. Now I have a chance to complete it, with my son. To complete it in this universe. The greatest, the most outstanding plan. My son will sweep across the universe and conquer the universe. As she spoke, Luo Xiang's gaze fell on the glowing egg. Then she could not help but reach out her hand. Stroking the surface of the egg, she murmured, "Son, don't worry. Mother will definitely let you hatch successfully. You can help Mother realize the ambition that even the demon god failed to achieve." The Immortal Realm. Originally, the Immortal Realm army consisted of countless immortals, low-level and mid-level immortal emperors. The reclusive immortal emperors were summoned by the 3 high-level immortal emperors. They had already formed an army to march to the demon realm, vowing to flatten the demon realm. However, the 3 high-level celestial emperors suddenly changed their minds. They also ordered the army of the celestial realm to cancel the plan to conquer the monster realm. The 3 high-rank immortal emperors said repeatedly. The demon realm was no longer in a state of disunity. With the leadership of the new generation of demon gods, the defense of the entire demon realm was impregnable. Now was the time when the unity of the demon realm was at its strongest. If they attacked rashly, they would easily fall into a trap. One must know that launching a large-scale attack on the demon realm was a major event in the immortal world. However, the 3 high-rank immortal emperors seemed like they were playing a game. The high-spirited immortals who were ready to die were a little stunned. It was even to the extent that voices of dissatisfaction arose throughout the immortal dimension. At this moment, the 3 high-rank immortal emperors were in a terrible predicament. They were the ones who incited the immortals to prepare to attack the Yao realm, and now they were the ones who requested to cancel the attack. In just a few days he had changed his mind repeatedly. At the intersection of the world of immortals and Yao. Right now the immortal world is quite dissatisfied with our rule. So, we can't care so much. We must support Luo Xiang's plan. Otherwise, if she reveals us, we will no longer have a place in the immortal world. We can only wander the universe. Luo Xiang is about to place a spatial teleportation formation in our immortal world. What we should consider now is how to conceal this spatial teleportation formation and lure everyone in the immortal world to attack it. This plan concerns whether our son can reincarnate or not. It is not a small matter. We must cooperate with Luo Xiang. It is said that once our son is reincarnated, his strength will reach an unimaginable realm. The 3 high-rank immortal emperors fell into a state of deep thought. Finally, the spatial teleportation formation that Luo Xiang placed appeared in the sky above the immortal world. It was like a wriggling black hole. This spatial teleportation formation was originally set up with demon race runes. However, when it appeared in the sky above the immortal world, it became densely covered with immortal characters. It was actually disguised as an immortal formation. All the immortals in the immortal world saw this spatial teleportation formation. They were all stunned. What formation is this? Why did it appear so suddenly? The person who set up this formation is definitely not someone to be trifled with. The power and profundity it contains must be at least at the level of an immortal emperor to be able to set it up so easily. Yes. This formation seems to have a great and indescribable fluctuation of the profound mysteries of space. It seems like there is another universe within the formation. There are traces of the principles of the great Tao. Great. It is absolutely great. A reclusive intermediate immortal emperor. His cultivation was also considered to be ridiculously strong. He said directly. With my strength and means, I can't set up this spatial teleportation formation. All the immortals in the immortal world guessed that this spatial teleportation formation was set up by the 3 high-rank immortal emperors, or even the greatest immortal emperor of primordial chaos. At the intersection of the immortal world and the demon world. The spatial teleportation formation is here. Luo Xiang's spatial teleportation formation is here. In an instant, the 3 high-rank immortal emperors discovered it. Then, they released their immortal senses to investigate the spatial teleportation formation. This is too miraculous. Luo Xiang's strength is indeed comparable to ours. She was actually able to set up such a flawless spatial formation. Furthermore, Luo Xiang is using demonic power to forcibly imitate immortal power and a demonic spell formation. On the surface, it looks like a glittering immortal spell formation. Even an ordinary intermediate immortal emperor wouldn't be able to see through this demonic array. However, for the sake of safety, let's release our immortal chi to conceal the demonic aura of this demonic array. There are no traces to be found. During the conversation, 3 high-grade immortal emperors. He personally injected his own immortal power into the demon array hovering above the immortal world. Pure immortal power filled the surface of the demon array. As a result, not only did the demonic formation not leak any demonic aura, but it also contained the source aura of the 3 high-tier immortal emperors. As a result, it's the aura of 3 high-tier immortal emperors. I feel it. It was the aura of 3 high-rank immortal emperors. That's right. Our guess is correct. This spell formation is created by the paragons of the immortal world, the 3 high-grade immortal emperors. They set it up personally. Immediately, Some immortals in the immortal world spread the news. Even some low-tier immortal emperors and mid-tier immortal emperors came to the same conclusion. Just as the immortals were discussing the matter, the ancient and authoritative voices of the 3 high-tier immortal emperors echoed in the sky, silencing all the discussions in the immortal world. Every immortal in every corner of the immortal world fell silent. They were all ears. Everyone in the immortal world. Previously we wanted to lead you directly into the Yao realm. However, we cancelled the plan at the last minute. I'm sure everyone has their own opinions about this change. We understand your eagerness to flatten the Yao realm. That's right, the war between the immortal world and the Yao realm has gone on for too long. It's time to wipe out the filthy, evil creatures known as the Yao clan. And wipe them out. However, we don't have much of an advantage in this war. Our immortal senses have sensed that the new generation of Yao immortals has immense demonic power. If we attack recklessly, we'll suffer great losses. We, the 3 high-tier immortal emperors, don't want to see you fall either. Therefore, we've come up with a compromise. We've personally set up a spatial formation. This spatial formation has 2 sides. What you're seeing now is the Yang side of the formation, which is in the immortal world. The Yin side of the formation is in the Yao realm. Now, everyone's attacks will be directed to the Yang side. Then, the spatial formation will project everyone's attacks from the Yin side untouched. The Yin side is in the Yao realm. This way, everyone's attacks will be directed to the Yao realm. This way we don't have to risk our lives to kill our way into the Yao realm. We only need to launch our attacks here, and we'll be able to strike the Yao realm from afar. Kill the Yao clan. The 3 high-tier immortal emperors began to bluff to their heart's content. Moreover, the lies they came up with were perfectly reasonable. All of a sudden, the entire immortal world was in an uproar. This is too amazing. The 3 high-tier immortal emperors actually set up such a spatial formation. This way we won't have to pay the price of dying, and we'll be able to kill the Yao realm from afar. This spatial formation can project our attacks into the demon realm unreservedly and unreservedly. Ha 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 ha. This is a spatial formation that we, 3 high-tier immortal emperors, spent countless years to develop. Ah. It was only yesterday that this spatial formation was declared complete. Alright, enough nonsense. Now let's launch our attack. Everyone, get ready to use your immortal arts, mystiques, immortal equipment, and treasures to attack this spatial formation. The 3 high-tier immortal emperors had just finished speaking. Shio, 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 3 beams of immortal light shot into the spatial formation. These 3 beams of immortal light contained countless supreme immortal arts and mystiques. Boom, boom, boom. The attacks of the 3 high-tier immortal emperors blasted into the spatial formation. On the other side of the spatial formation, Shio, 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 the 3 beams of immortal light shot over without reservation. However, they did not attack the Yao realm from afar. Instead, the 3 beams of immortal light shot directly into the eggshell. As for the eggshell, it absorbed the 3 beams of immortal light like a sponge. As it absorbed the energy, the eggshell actually wriggled happily. It was as if it had obtained a trace of incubation power. Good. It has begun. Child, the incubation has begun. Ah. Luo Xiang let out a twisted, hysterical, and ecstatic laugh. To be continued? Chapter 760. The 3 advanced immortal monarchs attached their immortal senses to the demonic formation to conceal its presence. They even began to brag to the immortals of the immortal realm to attack the demonic formation. Of course, these 3 high-rank celestial emperors did not know about the mysteries of the space demon formation. They would not have guessed that their attacks would directly become nourishment for the female heaven-devouring beast. None of the immortals in the world of immortals suspected anything. Firstly, the structure of the space formation was too magnificent. It could only be set up by a high-level immortal emperor. Moreover, the spatial formation indeed contained the auras of 3 high-grade immortal emperors. It was genuine. Thirdly, the 3 high-tier celestial emperors were extremely reputable figures in the immortal world. They were undoubtedly the leaders of the immortal world. In the eyes of the immortals, the 3 high-tier celestial emperors would not harm the immortal world. Therefore, when the 3 high-rank immortal emperors attacked first, the immortals no longer hesitated. This spatial formation is so miraculous that it can allow our attacks to reach the demon realm and cause destruction. How magnificent! This will allow us to achieve victory against the demon realm without shedding a drop of blood. Attack! Immediately launch your strongest attack. Destroy the monster realm. Eradicate the demon race. Now attack with the least cost. Heart-stirring roars resounded throughout the celestial world. The immortals all longed to destroy their mortal enemies, the demons, while they were still alive. He didn't hesitate to pay with his life. However, he was unscathed. There was no need for them to die. This way, why not? This roused the fighting spirit of countless immortals. As a result, Hong, first, a middle-grade immortal emperor, directly used a sure-kill immortal art. With a slap of his palm, wind and lightning appeared in all directions. An intense mushroom cloud blasted directly towards the teleportation array. The mushroom cloud was the culmination of the middle-grade celestial emperor's cultivation. In terms of destructive power, it was likely capable of razing a mountain range in the celestial realm to the ground. In the mushroom cloud, dense immortal talisman characters rose up, like jade. When the palm landed on the spatial formation, it was immediately sucked in and devoured. The spatial formation was like a terrifying vortex that could devour any attack. As the name suggested, the spatial formation was meant to attack this place, move to another dimension. As a result, no matter how violent the attack was, it would not cause any damage to the space formation. This intermediate-grade immortal emperor roared after unleashing his attack. Indeed, that's right. This emperor's attack was redirected to the demon realm. This emperor can sense the direction in which this immortal art has been shifted, because this attack contains a sliver of this emperor's spiritual will, so I can make a rough judgment. Everyone, let's attack. Don't hold back. Don't be stingy with your celestial artifacts. Kill them. All of a sudden, the celestial realm was in an uproar. The densely packed attacks began to bombard the space formation one after another. He had an extremely powerful immortal technique. There were some immortal artifact Dharma treasures with extremely sharp and tricky attacks. There were even some immortals who had a blood feud with the demons. They had almost squeezed out all their immortal power and attacked without any hesitation. The scene immediately became beautiful and splendid. Waves of attacks exploded like the most beautiful fireworks, blooming in the space formation. The scene was pushed to an extremely beautiful state. However, this beauty contained endless murderous intent, endless hatred, and endless destruction. All the immortals in the world of immortals vented their deep-seated hatred for the monster spirits. In just 2 hours, hundreds of millions of attacks had been launched into the space formation. Moreover, this kind of attack was as smooth as flowing water, showing no signs of stopping. Some of the immortals who had exhausted too much of their immortal power immediately sat down to recuperate and consume pills to replenish their immortal power. Once their immortal power had recovered, they would attack again. The immortal world had entered a state of all-out attack. At the intersection of the immortal world and the demon realm, 3 high-grade immortal emperors. At this time, the 3 high-grade immortal emperors heaved a sigh of relief. There are no flaws. With all our efforts to conceal it, Luo Xiang's plan is flawless. In my opinion, our son probably needs these attacks to be converted into energy in order to be reborn. Now that the entire immortal world is attacking, the amount of energy converted into energy is extremely huge. Our son's resurrection shouldn't be a problem. Yes, for the sake of our son we have to go all out. This time it can be considered a risk. If the Grand Mist Emperor finds out about this, he'll definitely get to the bottom of it. It's a risk, we're really taking a risk, but we don't have any other choice, we don't have any other way out. The Grand Mist Emperor's whereabouts have always been uncertain. I suspect he has already entered the depths of the universe to comprehend the heavenly Tao and reincarnation. I'm afraid he will no longer interfere with the matters of the immortal world and the demon world. Think about it, the last time we framed that absolute blade fellow and killed him, he even gave birth to a child with Luo Xiang. Not only did the Grand Mist Emperor not interfere in such a big matter, he also did not pursue the matter with us. Perhaps we shouldn't have to worry about anything anymore. This time the Grand Mist Emperor probably won't appear. The entire immortal world will be under our control. That's right. After the fall of the monster god, the Grand Mist Emperor no longer needs to stay in the immortal world. I remember a long time ago, the Grand Mist Emperor once said that comprehending the heavenly Tao of the universe is his lifelong pursuit. The monster world. At this moment, the attacks of the countless immortals did not descend upon the land of the immortal world. Instead, they flowed seamlessly through the transmission formation engraved on the surface of the eggshell and into the egg. No matter how violent, how dense, or how powerful the attacks were, This female heaven-devouring beast egg could absorb them all. It was like a terrifying, greedy, and bottomless pit. A giant sponge. Chi, madly absorbing, swallowing like a whale. These attacks could not cause any damage to the egg. Moreover, every single attack was converted into energy that nurtured the egg of the heaven-devouring beast. As it absorbed endlessly, the fluctuations of life coming from the female heaven-devouring beast egg grew stronger and stronger. The next moment, crack, a crisp sound rang out, like the sound of a cocoon breaking out. Also like the sound of a worm hibernating in the soil awakening. On the surface of the eggshell, a crack had appeared. It was just a shallow crack. However, Luo Xiang's face was completely distorted, her eyes filled with ecstasy. She could not control herself, her heart palpitating and trembling. This is great. This is really great. Her voice was dreamy, her eyes like smoke. Such terrifying energy. Back when the Lord Monster God carried out this plan, he did not obtain such a crazy amount of incubation energy. Back then, the Lord Monster God. They were all incubating in secret. And now, my son. The entire immortal world is channeling energy to my son. Ah. These fools of the immortal world. They will personally incubate my son, and once my son hatches, he can sweep the entire universe. He will become a truly invincible existence. Ah. Luo Xiang's attitude was crazy. She transmitted her voice to the 3 high-level immortal emperors through the voice transmission stone, her voice shrill. Not bad. You did well. But it is still not enough. Continue attacking. Continue with your strongest attacks. Your son still needs a vast amount of energy to be revived. Don't stop. You 3 old things, use your strongest attacks too. In the special space where the monster realm and the universe intersected, Xiao Han was currently drifting in this space. This was not the monster realm, nor the immortal world, but the universe. At this moment, Xiao Han was surrounded by the magnificent origin energy of the universe. There were also colorful cosmic meteorites and many planets. How spectacular! Xiao Han was simply amazed. Too beautiful, and there is a vastness within this beauty. This is the universe. This is the essence of the universe. Xiao Han was completely immersed in the beauty and grandeur of the universe. He sat cross-legged on a moving meteorite. The entire starry sky seemed to revolve around Xiao Han. Moreover, Xiao Han could clearly feel that even if he exposed his immortal emperor identity and energy aura here, he would not have to worry about the monster realm finding out. And the 3 high-level immortal emperors would not be able to find any traces of Xiao Han. This was the universe, very safe and isolated from the rest of the world. After admiring the universe for a while, Xiao Han immediately gathered his thoughts. Alright. Here, I can freely refine the many treasures that Master gave me. I can directly obtain the last move of the 100 Lives Saber Dao, the 100 Lives return to 1, and completely inherit the Absolute Saber Master's Saber Dao. Now that I am also an immortal emperor, after inheriting all of Master's Saber Dao, my Saber Intent will definitely be perfected and enter the state of Saber Intent Transcendent. I will open the door to the Saber Realm and receive the Supreme Saber Soul. My Saber Intent will reach the perfect state. Saber Intent is meant to slay nothingness. When that time comes, I can use my Saber Intent to slay the monster god soul residing in my heart. At this thought, Xiao Han's eyes flashed with an unyielding fighting spirit. Monster god, it is still unknown who will be the winner between us. The next moment, Xiao Han entered the Qingquan bag in the storage ring. In the Qingquan bag, Xiao Han's plane, his family, his slaves, and all the mortals and immortals in all the planes were now living a life of working at sunrise and resting at sunrise. He had no contact with the outside world at all. It was like a paradise. Seeing Xiao Han return, his wife, children, friends, and the other slaves surrounded him like stars surrounding the moon. They all asked Xiao Han questions at once. After spending a few days with his wife and son, Xiao Han entered the exquisite pagoda. It's time to obtain the inheritance that Absolute Saber Master left for me. To be continued. Chapter 761. Xiao Han arrived at the cosmic space. After isolating the demon realm and the immortal realm, he directly entered the Qingquan bag. After a short period of relaxation, Xiao Han entered the Linglong Tower. The 4th floor of the Linglong Tower. The time ratio was 10,000 days inside, 1 day outside. Xiao Han was sitting cross-legged in a secret cultivation room on the fourth floor of the Linglong Pagoda. At this time, Bai Shi and the other powerful beings from the alternate dimension were also on the fourth floor of the Linglong Pagoda, just like Xiao Han, but in another room. They were also diligently cultivating. Right now, their cultivation states have all improved by leaps and bounds. All of them were already on the verge of entering the high stage of the Immortal Emperor realm. There was only a thin layer of window paper that could be broken with a single poke. Bai Shi and the others have already accumulated enough immortal force and energy. Now they just need to comprehend it. Once they comprehend it, they will be able to advance to the high Immortal Emperor realm. Xiao Han smiled knowingly. Once Bai Shi and the others succeeded, Xiao Han's plane would have a total of 100 high-level Immortal Emperors. That would be a terrifying force. One had to know that there were only 4 high-level Celestial Emperors in the entire immortal world. If Xiao Han had 100 high-level Celestial Emperors under him, he would definitely be able to sweep through the immortal world and the Great Thousand Cosmos. However, Bai Shi and the others had been cultivating for many years. It was not something that they had achieved overnight. They were all cultivating on the fourth floor of the Linglong Pagoda. Inside the pagoda, 10,000 days were equivalent to 1 day outside. Alright, Bai Shi and the others have made great progress and I can't be too relaxed. I'll start cultivating as well. Xiao Han discarded all distracting thoughts. At this moment, an inheritance jade token floated above Xiao Han's head. The 100 Lives Saber Dao. The final move. Refine the inheritance jade plate. I will obtain the final essence of the 100 Lives Saber Dao, the soul part. A flash of lightning like saber light. The next moment, Xiao Han's energy was extremely condensed. His eyes were empty but they weren't. His hands formed a seal at his dantian. Xiao, Xiao, Xiao. Very soon, extremely pure saber chi gushed out from all the pores on Xiao Han's body. This saber energy was innumerable. Every strand was in the shape of a dragon. The aura of the great Dao filled the air. After mastering the 100 moves of the 100 era saber Dao, Xiao Han's saber Dao had already touched the edge of the heavenly Dao. The saber chi was like a dragon entangling Xiao Han. Xiao Han's robes fluttered without any wind. He was like a saber emperor, controlling everything in the world. The supreme principles of the saber descended, boundlessly domineering. Suddenly, Hong, all the saber chi in Xiao Han's body suddenly condensed. All rivers run into the sea. It was gathering above his head. Gradually, countless saber chi condensed into a saber pillar above Xiao Han's head. This saber pillar suddenly twisted like a tornado. This blade pillar was engraved with dense and profound symbols, as well as some immortal blade techniques. It glistened brilliantly, and there was even the brilliance of divine jade shining on it. Within it there was spirituality. This saber pillar was formed by Xiao Han's vital chi, life saber chi and saber intent. It could even be said that this saber pillar was a clone of Xiao Han. Or rather, it was a part of Xiao Han's soul. Xiao Han had already refined his life saber intent and fused it into the saber pillar tornado. Then, boom! The saber pillar tornado changed again. It turned into a giant dragon, and directly swallowed the jade inheritance plate. Puchi, the jade inheritance plate was swallowed by the saber chi dragon. It immediately dispersed, turning into lines of symbols that attached themselves to the saber chi dragon like gilding, causing the saber chi dragon to emit an indescribable radiance. This radiance was very ancient, but it contained divinity as if it came from a divine kingdom. At the same time, Xiao Han's eyes suddenly opened. A ray of light of enlightenment flashed past. The essence of the 100 saber techniques of the 100 Lives Saber Dao appeared in Xiao Han's mind. It flowed and spun and then began to fuse. The 100 saber techniques seemed to be fusing into one. I get it now. This is what it means to combine 100 lifetimes into one. This is the most terrifying, invincible and powerful saber technique in all of the immortal world. Xiao Han was completely obsessed with the fusion of saber techniques. At the same time, the saber chi dragon above his head became more and more resplendent and more real. It was almost about to transform into a 9 heavens true dragon, soaring through the heavens. Fusion. The 100 saber techniques turned into 90 moves, 80 moves, 70 moves. During the fusion process, Xiao Han's soul was also under a great burden. It could be said that his soul was being ravaged. His entire soul surged with pain, as if his organs were being torn apart, as if he was being cut by 1,000 cuts. Xiao Han was also shocked by this. He did not expect the fusion of the 100 Lives Saber Dao to reach the 100 Lives return to one state would be so cruel and difficult. This was a tempering of the soul. Xiao Han knew that ordinary people, even if they were immortal emperors, would not be able to refine the jade inheritance plate of the absolute saber master. Their souls would be torn apart and annihilated. Fortunately, Xiao Han had already condensed the saber intent of the great accomplishment stage. His soul was sharp, and he had also cultivated the extinguishing sky and earth mental technique. The strength of his soul was no weaker than that of a high-level immortal emperor. Since Master has chosen me as his disciple, I will definitely be able to inherit all of Master's teachings. I will fuse this final technique even if it costs me my life. Xiao Han gritted his teeth, his heart filled with determination. His soul became sharper and sharper as he endured the tearing pain. The 100 saber techniques turned into 50 moves, 40 moves, 35 moves. The further it went, the more difficult it was to fuse and the more time it would take. When the 30 moves were fused, it became more obvious. Every time he fused a move, he would need several months. Fortunately, Xiao Han was fusing in the Linglong Pagoda, so time passed very slowly. Immortal World. The space demon array was still hovering in the sky of the immortal world, like a blazing sun. It existed for a long time like a black hole whirlpool. The immortals. They attacked the space demon array crazily, tirelessly. Every time they were tired, they would swallow immortal pills and spiritual medicine. In just a few days, the entire immortal world had consumed countless immortal pills and spiritual medicine. And the 3 high-level immortal emperors also launched their strongest attacks. They all took out their natal immortal weapons and attacked the space demon array with their strongest and most powerful attacks. Every time the 3 high-level immortal emperors attacked, the entire sky was dazzling. Like a splendid color, like fireworks. Every time the 3 high-level immortal emperors attacked, it would cause the entire immortal world to cheer and admire. The entire immortal world was going all out against the space demon array. Moreover, the 3 high-level immortal emperors were attacking without holding back. This made the other immortals even more certain of their suspicions. They all thought that by attacking the space demon array, they could indirectly destroy the Yao realm. At this time, the 3 high-level immortal emperors were secretly pleased with themselves. Such a violent attack. Countless immortals joined hands, from us to ordinary immortal emperors. Then from high-level true immortals to low-level true immortals. All of them are attacking. This energy should be enough to resurrect our sons, right? Perhaps. But continue, don't stop. Luo Xiang told us to continue attacking the space demon array. Yao realm. Yao God Temple. The storm-like attacks were transmitted through the space demon array, all absorbed by the female heaven-devouring beast egg. At this time, Luo Xiang was going crazy, almost hysterical. There's too much energy for incubation. This energy far exceeds that of Lord Yao God. Then, crack, 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 the surface of the eggshell cracked continuously. Now it was full of cracks. The entire egg was on the brink of shattering. An overwhelming aura of life that could swallow mountains and seas and encompass the entire universe leaked out from the gaps of the broken eggshell. Luo Xiang did her best, releasing all the fiend energy in her body before she managed to hide the life fluctuations that leaked out. She even used some of the fiend world's treasures. Child, soon, you're about to break out of the cocoon. Kikik. Child, you're a miracle, the greatest miracle of the entire universe. The union of a heaven-devouring beast and a Yao. No, to be more precise, child, you're the union of the heaven-devouring beast, Yao, and immortal, the 3 strongest races. What kind of existence will be born? With my knowledge, I can't guess, but the answer will be revealed soon. The next day, within the broken eggshell, apart from the destructive life energy that leaked out, there were also traces of mental energy fluctuations being released. Mother, the intent seemed to be calling out vaguely. Luo Xiang's body trembled in fear when she received the intent. Child, mother, it's me? The intent appeared in Luo Xiang's mind in the form of a voice. However, the voice was very strange. It was the demon prince's voice, but it wasn't. Simply put, it was a woman's voice. It was even more tender than Luo Xiang's voice, like a girl in bud. Mother. I've already devoured the heaven-devouring beast's divine soul. Kikik, mother, thank you for finding such abundant energy for incubation. I can already feel it now and I'll break out of the shell soon. The demon prince's intent rippled and let out a bell-like laughter. Mother, I still need some energy for incubation. Kikik. This is unexpectedly smooth. Mother, don't worry. After I'm born, I'll definitely help you flatten the immortal realm and dominate the universe. Nothing can stop me. Kikik, now I can be sure that even if a Yao god revives, I can still kill him. It'll be as easy as stepping on an ant. I'm invincible. Good. Good. Child, don't worry. I'll definitely let you hatch successfully. Luo Xiang was crying tears of joy. She took out a voice transmission stone and said sternly, "You three old things, listen up. Keep attacking. Attack like crazy. Don't stop for a moment. Your child is about to be revived." To be continued? That you're tuning in to the Han Li's Wuxia Adventures YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.